I'm going to mute mine so
I'm so happy to see you. Oh, Charles, look what happened to me. This is the 10:13 to the great beyond. All aboard the Soul Train.
Don't worry, dear. Everything's going to be all right. We're the police. Yo. Sorry.
Oh, officers, it was horrible. There were 3 of them, and they wouldn't stop.
3 of them? What were they, gang members?
No, they were women, but they had these guns and whips and chains, and
What did they make you do?
Well, first they made me pull out my, you know.
Your pee-pee?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
And then they made me play with it
Jeez.
and pull on it until I, you know.
All right. Climax. That's all they did?
Is that all? They made me do it 13 times.
14 times. That's terrible.
The first couple of times were fine, but oh my God, I can't even walk anymore.
there's still an echo. What's going on?
I think something truly special will come out of our time together here. So how was your journey? It was a very, 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 very long journey. Let there be absolutely no doubt about that. Oh, funny, is it?
Yes, it's funny.
I am here because we are both musical legends.
Forget musical legend. I'm talking genius.
Shit. Musical legends
And fuck.
help each other to make music
Shit and fuck.
as only musical the man legends can make the myth. When musical legends decide the legend to make music together, who's that? As only musical legends can do.
I'm slightly confused. You mean you came all this way because we're both musical legends?
The legend.
So, what is his name?
What is his name?
He has 2 names. One begins with D, the other begins with W.
Doobie Wooby.
Doobie Wooby. The Doobie
Wooby Doobie
Wooby. Doobie.
Wooby. Let's all say this together.
Doobie Wooby.
Shit and fuck. Weave your magic spells, Satan.
I remember feeling like this.
I shed lunch for you just as you once lunch for me.
You are most definitely not
Alone. Let me guide you through the world of vegetarian ready meals, baby girl, as I hold you tightly in my big old veggie wedgie arms. Hey guys, don't forget the vegetarian schnitzels.
Yeah. That's a good way to start your day. And I still have, I have dreams like that. That's how my dreams are. Welcome, everybody. The Walrus was Todd. Yeah, okay. See, it is early for me. Everybody, it's like 2 o'clock where they are, where Jack is and everything, but it's 11 a.m. for me, and that's too early. But Got to do what they want to do. So welcome to the Todd Jaeger experience. I am Todd Quality Jaeger. And over here, thank you. And over here we have
Captain Cartoon.
Cartoon. And I want to note, when you heard my voice say, oh, there's an echo. Now I realize what happened. While you were showing that clip from Night Patrol, I had the volume on YouTube on a separate window. So the volume from that, there's a delay. So I was hearing an echo, and I thought, what is that? And I figured it out. So I had to go turn the volume off on the YouTube window where we're actually being seen. Folks, what happens here is I am watching us through the StreamYard, and what's showing on YouTube for the show is like delayed by, I don't know, 15 to 30 seconds. And that's why also, folks, if you want to comment in the live chat and have questions or comments or anything, I don't see them, because if I try going back and forth and that delay, it completely confuses me. So Chris is the one who handles all that. So that's how that works. Anyway, my name is Elizabeth and I am 9 years old. Can I please get a shout out? Okay. Hello. I want to Elizabeth or Stu on mine?
Howdy.
Well, if you're 9, you probably shouldn't be watching.
That's new.
Special.
That's new.
Oh my God. We're a little too cerebral. That was Ward. I figured as much. All right, Ward, from now on, I'm calling you Elizabeth. Oh my God. Yeah.
That's
okay.
hilarious.
So anyway, today I want to say we will have Sky Elobar on the show. He'll pop in, I guess, whenever, which is fine. That's how things work here. But in preparation for that, today I wore my Greasy Kong t-shirt because there's whoops. There we go. He's also, yes, Ebony and Ivory. He plays Paul in that one, which is Jim Hoskins' latest, as someone called it, a film of mad beauty. Yes, that's the only way you can really describe it. But he also was in the Greasy Strangler. There's big money there. And this t-shirt was, of course, designed by Neil, and for Without Your Head. I also have t-shirts for Greasy Strangler that has Michael St. Michael's, but that's another show. So, but yeah, whenever he shows up, he shows up. If Bill Weeden might show up as usual, and that's whenever. This show, one thing I will point out is this show is not like seriously podcast scripted and everything is all lined up and, you know, like asking serious journalistic questions and shit like that. This show just happens as it happens. And I hope that that's what's comfortable for me. And I hope that the viewers appreciate that as well, because, you know, it's just like people hanging out, you know. So also today, I want to remind everybody, as I always do, and beat you over the head with it, you can still get your Astral Plane Drifter.
Mine's coming in the mail tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm excited because John Devlin, God, I got the email almost a week ago that my copies of the new version of Fallacies and Analogies or Analogies, they're in the mail, and I can't wait to get mine because this new version of Fallacies has my voice as the intro as well as the Unglorious Whole segment, and hope, and apparently this time my name will be in the credits. So
we even get more
I'm
hosts
excited.
with it now.
Yeah, well, we got to get John back on the show. He's always a fun guy. And now I've noticed, if you've seen the posts, his Dagon Films, is it Dagon or Dagon? Dagon. Oh, I thought I knew and now I forgot. But he's branching out. When he only had just a handful of titles, he's going to be branching out because he's going to be releasing What Have You Done, Daniel? And like Hide Secret Nightmare. Hide Secret Nightmare was released through Dark Side Releasing, but apparently now Dagon is going to be releasing it. And What Have You Done, Daniel? I'm excited because my copy of that I have, along with American Guinea Pig Sacrifice, is an import, which I think was Region B. So this will be a Region A or all region release. So I'm excited to have one of that. That's the film I voiced Frank LaLoggia in. So a shout out to Frank LaLoggia too, because Lady in White is being released through Vinegar Syndrome in April in a 4K thing. So you know it's going to be elaborate and it's probably going to be expensive, but I'm going to make sure I get a copy of that because I love Frank. And so also,
Johnny Necro.
Oh, hi. You turned up as I was looking this way, and I'm like, oh, there he is. Okay, hey, man. Look at you, all colorful and everything. Wow. Look at my background, nothing. And you've got stuff going on. Like
we're in the Evo Shred Studios room.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had to ask that question when you showed that photo of your Funko Pop collection. No, I mean, when you said a wet cloth, for me, that would be impossible with all the grooves and curves and stuff on those things. I usually get at one of the art stores, you know, those like really soft brushes in different sizes. And what I do is for knickknacks, I kind of just hold them over somewhere and brush the dust off of them. But that's a lot that's a lot.
I don't do it that often. I'm not going to lie. I do it occasionally when I need to.
Well, I have, you know, I got all kinds of knickknacks and figures and stuff. And within a week, there's goddamn dust all over everything. And it's like, I can't spend my entire life dusting every week.
Right.
And I have a massive Honeywell air purifier sitting over there, which I don't know if you guys can hear. It sounds like a rush of air. I should have turned it off. I don't know if everyone can hear it, but
I can't.
You know, those things supposedly pull all the dust out of the air, but I have it on medium, and yet still, like my computer tower and Blu-ray players and all that stuff that are black, you can just see the dust. And so I mean, it's a cool collection, but I would start to have dreams that I'm having to dust them. And you know, those are the kind of dreams that you want. Your mind is trying to shift to another story, but somehow the dream won't let you. And if you get up to go to the bathroom at some point and go back to sleep, your dream will continue and you're still doing that. So yeah, that's right. And I have a shit ton of Happy Meal toys from the 90s, like late the 80s and 90s. I collected the Batman animated show. They had all these figures, the Animaniacs. And I have two of each. One I kept in the wrapper and one that I put on a shelf. I had this whole counter of these Happy Meal toys. And then when the dust started settling, I'm like, oh, crap. This is just... And then the dust on the counter, it's just too much. I wish I had a house with all kinds of shelves and like glass doors for them or stuff, but I am not rich, so that ain't gonna
I
happen.
priced plexiglass because we were thinking about installing that over these shelves, but right now that is not going to happen. That shit's outrageous.
And it's so much work. But yeah, I mean, all the stuff I look at, like I have a bunch of like psychedelic like lunch boxes and stuff. When I worked at Borders, the Paper Chase brand had all these weird items and lunch boxes and things. And I have a whole bunch of these set up, but oh my God, the dust. I can't deal with it. Anyway, so what's up in Necroland?
I'm cold as shit right now. It's cold here.
Oh, that's right. You guys are all on the East Coast. Well, should I tell you that it's 83 degrees here in the Palm Springs
happy
area?
for you. Send some this way.
It's fucking February. It should not be 83 degrees. People say, "Oh, I love it. I love it." Because like the other day, it was like 86. And I'm like, guys, climate change. It's not good, because that just means when summer comes, it's going to be 120 degrees every day. And people aren't going to be able to afford their Edison bills. And it's people. And there was one of my neighbors was out in the pool yesterday. I'm like, oh my God. I know it was warm enough, but it just feels weird. It's man. But how, you guys got a lot of snow still, or is it just cold?
It's not melting. We haven't gotten much more since a couple weeks ago, but it's just hanging on there because it just hasn't gotten up past 20s.
Oh my God. Oh, wow.
It was -2 this morning before I went to bed at 8.
Oh my God. Well,
yeah, I went to bed at 8 a.m. So,
well, that's kind of. I worked last night. I got home around midnight, and I usually want to stay up until like 5 or something, and then sleep all day. And then, of course, got to do the show here starting at 11, which means I get up at about 10:10 to kind of wash my face, get everything. I have everything set up here. I don't know if you guys can see this. I have all this shit stacked, so I have everything so I look perfect. And I do that right before I go to sleep. And yet still, there's just like not enough time when I wake up to get ready for this. And, but I got about if I'm lucky, about 5 hours of sleep. And
yeah, it was a rough one. I have horrible pain when I sleep a lot, and I also have PTSD, so it's not always very pleasant and restful. So I sleep, and then I get up, and I'm just as tired as I went to bed from all the tossing and turning and pain. But it happens. I mean, whatever.
And as much as I love these weird movies, I love weird movies. My dreams are like that. And that's not because I watch weird movies.
Right.
All my life, my dreams have been very strange. Like, for instance, if you've all seen those Backrooms videos, with that A24 is making a movie out of it. Yeah. Well, and now people are doing liminal space movies. Sky!
Hey, man. Hey, Todd.
Oh, wow. That's what's so cool. We're always in some kind of weird topic, and then people pop in, and then as I was going to message you and let you know that as far as this show goes, hey, Ebony and Ivory hat. I love it. You don't need to worry about serious journalistic questions. The show, basically, you go off on any tangent you want. Of course, we're going to talk about Ebony and Ivory, and of course, I've got my greasy hat ready to go.
There you go.
I didn't put it on because I hadn't washed my hair yet, and I didn't want to
Me
ruin
either.
I am digging the stash too. Look at that.
Thanks,
stash.
man. Get ready for my movie on March 1st. March 2nd.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
So tell us, is this the one that you're also doing a campaign for?
Well, what campaign?
Oh, well, you messaged me yesterday and said no.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Oh, you did. Okay.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
No, like I said, it's still early for me. So
that was Silk Wilson. That was Silk Wilson.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. Well, no. Hey, it's still early for me. Sometimes I still think I'm having one of my weird dreams. So that's okay. But so tell us about that one, the one you just mentioned.
Where's Gil? He's not coming in, huh?
I don't see him.
He's technologically challenged.
Oh boy. Yeah, no, if it's just the four of us right now.
Okay, that's good.
If Gil can pop in, that would be amazing too, because the interesting thing about Gil is the only way I've ever heard him speak is how you guys deliver the flow of your lines in the movies. Like for him, Greasy Strangler, and for Ebony and Ivory, I've only heard him speak like that. So it would be almost kind of blow my mind to hear him talking.
Actually talk like a human being.
No, but I love that. That to me, that is the one thing I was really wanting to ask you is memorizing lines in that for movies is one thing, and you can do it. But the way in Hoskins films, the lines are always delivered and they're almost a cadence. Is that harder to learn?
God, that's a good question.
I figured nobody's ever asked you that one.
I mean, I just kind of get into read the script, really try to get into the script and internalize the script first.
Yeah.
And that takes a while with him because it's such an odd world.
But
and then I break the scene. Then I break the scenes down, and that's the easy part. But getting in and internalizing the world is difficult.
Well, no, see, I would think that acting in the Hosking film would be a bit more challenging because delivering those lines and keeping that.
So it's a challenge.
Well, when you in your scene, for instance, in Ebony and Ivory, where the two of you are sitting in the same room, but it's cutting back and forth. I am not a filmmaker, so do you guys use two cameras for that, or is it just you shoot it two different ways? Because that flow.
Yeah, we do the scene over and over and over again. They do my coverage, they do my close up, his close up, and we do it over and over again. So, so when it comes on you, it's your time to shine or to shit.
No, because for instance, the the whole potato thing in Greasy Strangler, it's when you're watching it, you don't think of how precise all that has to be, and the coverage and the cutting.
But those guys are really good actors. They know how to get it. Like Abdullah and Sam and Holland are both. They know how to get in the scene and feel each other and make it real and all that. They know how to do that. They're great.
Because I've heard some people that don't realize it, that think that these people are amateurs, that they're not really actors. But
they make it look so easy that they look like amateurs.
I mean, like you said, doing something like that is so precise.
I agree.
Just right, because otherwise, I have seen some of these weird movies that you're just kind of sitting there going, "Oh my god!" But watching even Beverly Luff Linn.
Oh wow, that's great.
It's funny because when I first saw the Blu-ray for that, which I have right here, It was at Best Buy when they sold movies, and I looked at it and was like, what's this? Oh, Aubrey Plaza. Oh, Jermaine Clement. And I looked at it and I did not notice at first that it was Hosking. And I thought, well, and then I saw Jim Hoskey, and I thought, yoink, I'm got to have this. And even though he has a certain style, especially in tropical cocktails, I love that one. Tell Jim I want that on a DVD set. There's just this one here. I've told people, you love it or hate it. There's no in between. And I just think this is one of the grandest things I've ever seen.
I agree. It was fun to be a part of that.
You had a smaller role in this one, but the whole bit in that coffee shop.
Yeah, it was fun. That was fun, man.
How is it with? And I gotta ask. I always thought he was an interesting actor. How is Emil Hirsch? Because he's really really excellent. Yeah,
and he's an excellent actor.
Is he very like
precise,
professional, or did he have a lot of fun?
No, precise, professional, excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He pulled that one off. I've seen him in dramatic roles and everything, but in this one, it's like he got to be unhinged and let loose.
Yes,
yeah,
he's excellent. The whole cast of characters are Sam, the guy who was in the Greasy Strangler, Porto. He comes in his outfit, the Grains of Paradise guy, and it's just hilarious. I love it.
Well, and the fact too, Matt Berry. I mean, I will watch Matt Berry brushing his teeth for an hour and a half, and I just love Matt Berry. And the fact that he's in it, and just everybody is in this, and you don't know where they're going to go. That's the thing. There may be a plot, but you have no idea where these things are going to go.
Yeah,
and
that's what I like about it.
I can't recommend this movie enough to people. So what I do is I work at a theater, and whenever people come in,
where?
In I can't mention the theater. But let's just say it's in the Palm Springs area.
Oh, great.
and so I have a stack of movies where I'm at, and depending on what people are coming to see, I go, when you get home, you got to watch this or that. So people coming in to see, like currently Iron Lung or something, I recommend weird movies, and I'll say you got to see Mad God or you got to see Saint Bernard. But then I always say, but for the ultimate, I will show them the Greasy Strangler. This is the Australian one. Beverly Luff Linn. And of course, I go, and if you really want to challenge yourself, go for Ebony and Ivory. So,
oh boy, signed and everything.
Yeah, that's what that's yeah. Now I wanted to Can
I do something?
Yeah, sure.
It doesn't come off as well with the stash, but
that worked. I thought I was looking at Paul there for a second.
Yeah, for a second.
I was hoping.
I thought you were looking at me too.
Listen, Sky, real
I was hoping we could get you to do that, because the first time I saw you do that, and I actually had to pause the movie.
I hate when people ask me to do it. That's why I did it before you asked me to do it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was going to mention it. I wasn't going to actually ask you to do it.
We're like twins. Like twins.
Sky, this is for anyone wondering. This is the definitive of how this song came together, right? This is exactly how it went down, right?
That's right.
Could you imagine?
I agree. That was it.
But when I saw that, and it's funny because I rewatched last night after I got home from work, and when that one moment comes up and that little sound, was that ADR or did you actually make that sound?
Yeah, I made that sound. Yeah. Okay. We didn't have money for ADR, man.
Well, hey, it looks professional to me. But I know I had to pause the movie because I was like, I couldn't believe what I just saw. And I thought it works. It's perfect, but I was not expecting it. So, yeah.
Yeah, man.
I watched it this morning. I really enjoyed it.
Oh yeah.
My wife walked by a few times, had to look twice. I said, "This is history right here. This is how this song was
This
created."
is history. This is history. Now all we need to do is get Paul to watch it.
Hey, how do you know he hasn't? You know, I mean, look, I can see him rolling one up and sitting there and enjoying this.
I can see it too. He's got a real tight universe there.
Yeah.
He, you know.
Well,
He'd be like, I remember that day.
Right.
Now I'm of Scottish descent, basically, and so now though I can't ever say Scottish any normal way ever again. It's always Scottish.
Yeah.
I've said it without actually meaning to. So this does get into your heads. Or Scottish, cottage.
You know, Jim kind of fed that like pronunciation to Gil, and then he ran with it. I mean,
he did.
Yeah, and he just ran with it, man. It was hilarious.
And then the one thing I do want to ask about is when you guys were talking in I don't know if you remember the old PBS show Zoom with the little kids. Okay, yeah, and they did a thing called Ubby-Dubby language or something, and that scene where you're and there was a in between every syllable, and I was like, was that another?
Oh, that was the thing. Jim was saying, like, talk like you're Italian. So that was. I take the sausage and I take the sausage. It's like it was terrible, but it was funny, right?
Oh my God! Honestly, I would not have picked up on that, but now it makes sense.
You'd be amazed at how you get to certain places.
I'm terrible at that.
and it's. I mean, I can do Australian. But I'm of Scottish descent, but I can't do a Scottish. I can't. I'm not like Mike Myers. I can't just jump into a Scottish accent. So that's Italian.
Yeah, that's Italian, man.
Wow. I would
bada
never.
Bing, bada boom.
Bada bing. Yeah.
little bit. It's just
you know what I thought was hysterical too, Sky, and was this a nod to the rumor that Stevie can see a little bit when he actually did the thing back to?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Well, He had to. How could he have rowed a boat across the? You know, that's what I thought too. He's rowing
that's
a boat.
Exactly it.
Just I sit there going, wait a minute. He's rowing a boat by himself. He gets out. He knows where he's going. He knows the exact beach. I just thought.
I laughed the first scene.
The other thing.
I'm still laughing.
I couldn't believe is how intentional was it that he had to carry all his luggage?
Well, we had a conversation when we did that, and I said, "Do you really want Paul to be an asshole, not helping him with his luggage?" And Jim's like, "Yeah, Paul's an asshole. He's not going to help him with anything." And I'm okay, whatever.
That's great.
Because going up rocky bits and stuff, and then
he's carrying all his stuff.
Yeah, but how much of an asshole would stroke somebody's feet like that? So he can't be that bad of a guy, right?
I'm pretty good. We got into it after a while, you know.
How was it driving? I've always been curious. How is it driving a car that has the steering wheel on the right side? It's
easy, but what I didn't know was when there's no lines on the road, like you drive in the middle of the road.
Oh, and those are tiny, narrow roads.
Yeah, tiny. Too. Yeah, and he said, drive in the middle of the road, because I was driving off to the one side, thinking, if another car comes, And that was the weird thing about it. I didn't know that, but driving that car was funny because it was a manual.
Oh, stick. Oh, wow.
And I had to, like, I know how to drive a stick, right? But when you reverse it, the stick is in this hand, not in this hand.
Oh no!
You're doing everything opposite, right?
Yeah, doing everything opposite. So it was just a small adjustment, man, for me. But it was fun.
And in Scotland, which side of the road? Because different European countries, you can go from.
We weren't in Scotland. We were in Cornwall, England.
Okay,
so,
I'm sorry. I'm thinking.
So I was on the left side of the road, the left side, and the cars came down. Yeah, it's opposite.
Because you go from one European country to the next. It
depends,
and
it's different.
And I don't know how people do it.
I forget why they did that. There was a reason for that.
I remember reading about it, but it's one of those facts that just kind of floats away.
Yeah, because it makes no sense.
It's easy to let go.
No,
they wanted to be difficult.
Well, I would definitely have a problem with doing the stick on with my left on the other side, because when my first stick shift was an AMC Hornet, and it was the one at the steering wheel, and not
on the tree.
On the
three on the tree.
Yeah, three
on the tree.
And I got used to that. And then I had I think a Toyota Corolla after that had it on the side, and but then having to switch that would have,
it's something you do real quickly when you have to do it.
Oh,
when you think about it, you're thinking, oh man, whatever. But when it's like, okay, let's go, you do it.
Yeah,
it's not.
So watching a movie, watching a film like this, people don't realize all the little things and details that you have to
That's for sure.
Overcome. And it may look like a film.
I'm glad you liked it, dude. Glad you liked the film.
It's one of those movies that you have to watch. I mean, some would say, well, I can't watch a movie like that over. You have to watch it again and again because there's always something. Yeah, there's always something that you notice, even a minute detail later on. As straightforward as it may seem, there's always something different that I didn't see before. So, and
I hear you.
Delving deeper and deeper. Well, he said the Greasy Strangler, took me off guard a little bit, and especially to the way the film, went to end, and it just and there y'all running around in the woods and stuff, and then Beverly Luff Linn, which was I want to say would be a little bit more elaborate because of all the stars and the setups and stuff, but again, you just can't predict where any of this stuff's going. And I thought, Ebony and Ivory, how is this gonna, and then Carl Solomon. I was looking for Carl Solomon, but then realized it's just his voice.
His voice as a frog.
No, that I couldn't believe, because I met Carl at the premiere of the Once and Future Smash in LA, and I was just like gushing because I was so starstruck. It was Carl, and then I'm like, okay, looking for him, and I'm like, where is he? And then I realized, oh, it's the frog.
It's the frog, man.
He was proud of that, though.
Yeah, Carl gives 1,000%.
He's amazing. I always think, golly, if
he just trimmed his beard. Did you see?
Yeah, and he got his hair.
Yeah, I was like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, because he had a signature look, but I'm sure he has his reasons. So I'm not saying he made a bad choice. I'm just saying you're so used to it.
I am.
Because I don't want to.
I told him not to do it. Don't do it.
Well, maybe he'll grow it back out. It would be like if I cut this all off and everything, and it would be the worst thing I could do to myself. So No, I'm
Absolutely.
not gonna.
Yeah.
But I do want to ask you too, because we jump around a lot here. We just go off, like I said, we go off on tangents. I gotta know about the Doritos commercial.
Which Doritos commercial?
Oh,
Which
you
one?
did more than? Did you do more than one? Because I've seen the one you were in it like with two other guys and you had a beard.
Oh, that's Pringles.
Pringles. Oh my
Not
God!
Doritos.
The big difference, Todd.
Now I know why you weren't sure what I was talking about.
They're not even shaped the same, Todd. What are you doing?
Potato. Okay, and
Yeah.
it's Pringles, Doritos. I thought it was Doritos, and that's why I mentioned it. I think in one of the messages to you when I think I mentioned Doritos, and I'm pretty sure you were like, "What's he talking about?" But okay, Pringles.
Yeah. What do you want to ask me about Pringles? That was like 7 years ago.
I know, but hey,
we're going to squeeze everything in here, Sky.
It's stuck.
Okay.
It's stuck in my mind, and I'm just curious. How does one get to be in a Pringles commercial? Is it just through an agent, or they looking?
You know
for
what's weird about? Yeah, well, I have a commercial agent, and they have the whole system set up that they communicate with casting directors, who communicate with clients. You know, like the advertising people. Yeah. So they put these breakdowns up and they say, looking for this dude or that dude. And I'm like with one of the good cast agents for commercial. Right. So the lady who cast the Greasy Strangler and Beverly Luff Linn and Ebony and Ivory, where there wasn't really a cast, but she was credited as the casting person. She called me in. It was a callback. I had never done the first audition. I got into the callback, and it was like massive. There were so many people in there, and they teamed us up like with partners, right? Yeah. And I got with the tall guy, Michael Seeloff. He's funny.
Yeah.
And I went in. When I got paired up with him, I just knew this thing. I'm gonna be in this thing. I just knew we were a good team.
Yeah.
His look and my look, and sure enough, we got that. We did one little audition and got it. And it was fantastic. I loved Bill Hader.
The commercial stuck in my memory. It just.
Well,
I mean.
Sky, if you have any hookups still, Todd would love to be in a Pringles commercial someday.
You gotta get an agent, man, and now and believe it or not, COVID messed everything up.
Oh yeah,
in so many ways for actors, in so many ways. But now I think when I did the Pringles commercial, it was like maybe 60% of commercials were SAG. And the other 40 were non-union. Now it's like 85, 90% non-union.
Oh.
So everything's non-union now to save money.
Oh my God.
Oh wow.
And in advertising, there's not as many commercials because the big ABC, NBC, CBS, they've kind of like, it's all streaming. It's all streaming and
just gave up.
Now everybody's doing the YouTube commercials.
Yeah.
It's where everybody's at. You know, I guess they know where more people are viewing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
that's why the other streaming services are having you pay more to not have commercials, and then you still get them a year later when they change their program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we grew up with commercials anyway, so it's making a comeback.
All right.
Well, the thing is, commercials used to be fun. Oh, that's Miss Bourbon, by the way. That's not Miss Bourbon. That's your other bird, isn't it, Jack? Yeah, that other bird loves chatting away. But commercials used to be something you kind of look forward to. Now they're just kind of, I'm sorry, but we were talking about this before the show started, like those Trivago commercials, how they're just like insulting, really, and they're always belittling each other, and they think they're funny, but you're just kind of shaking your head going, why do they think why do they think this is, we're going to laugh? And I'm getting really tired of the Limu Emu and the Liberty commercials because they're not, well, to me, I will say, for example, the Liberty Mutual commercials where bad things are happening to these people or they're making bad decisions. It's like, well, that only tells me that if you get this insurance, you make bad decisions, you know? So
commercials were art. I mean, I can remember commercials from watching Saturday morning cartoons all these years later because they were really well done and really thought out.
Yeah.
You know, it was a craft. It was still acting.
They have DVD sets, you know, these bargain labels I have several DVD sets of hours and hours of vintage commercials.
Wow.
And they're just so much fun to watch. And
I love it.
Now
man.
they're not, but that's why I'm saying your Pringles commercial, it was not like outrageous, but there was a quality there, like you said.
How about my LeBron James commercial?
Oh my God. Okay.
With the comedian Neil Brennan?
Yeah.
He directed that. He wrote it and directed it. That was fun. And my Sarah McLachlan commercial for Audi where they turn a Chihuahua and a Doberman and they breed it and it's a Dober Wawa. Did you see that? Those were all that's great. Super Bowl commercials.
Nice.
Oh yeah. That's amazing.
I love commercials, dude. I love doing commercials.
Commercials would be fun. Yeah, I know. It's maybe after we get Gonzo Geezer Gorefest done and out there, and if it
what's that?
That is a movie. Well, I'll say maybe I'll get an agent after that. It's a movie that Jack and everybody's involved in, with Bill Weeden and John Dugan, the grandpa from the originals. Yeah, it's me, John, and Bill Weeden on a buddy road trip slasher.
Oh, that's great.
I think Bill wants to kill me.
Oh, well, hey, that'd be great. No, we had a table reading for it Thursday morning, and John Dugan said it was the most fun he had in a table reading in his entire career. So hopefully, hopefully,
wow.
And if it goes the way it goes, apparently I'm going to be driving the Corvette in this movie, and that kind of makes me nervous. So, but yeah,
so two buddies or three buddies in a Corvette.
Three.
In a Corvette.
Yeah, and we. But I'm just floored because I never thought I would be doing something on this level, and like I said, being equally billed with John Dugan and Bill Weeden. What? Because I'm
awesome. Congrats, man.
Yeah. So, but yeah, maybe after that. Oh, thank you. Maybe after that, Susie Snowflake or somebody will want to represent me and get me in the Pringles.
When the three of you are in my movie, and Todd, you're in two of the ones I'm involved in.
Okay, well that would be Ghost Rider and is it Killer Cox?
Yepper.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm being offered so many movies right now. I can't get them straight. But no, the other thing that I was proud.
You just need that Pringles.
Yeah, Pringles. I want the sour cream and onion ones. So, but basically too, like Domitiano Cristoforo, he's from Italy, lives in Gran Canaria. I've been voicing a lot of his movies. And he said he was, I'm retired. I'm not making any more movies. And well, what's he doing? He's making more movies. So,
oh wow,
he'll contact me and ask me. My biggest achievements, Guy, is that I don't know if you're familiar with a film by Frank LaLaggia called The Lady in White. It was from it's from 1988. Catherine Hellman, Lucas Haas. And Frank LaLaggia, to me, is a big deal. And Domitiano had him in one of his movies. And
is it a horror movie?
It's a gothic ghost story. It's set in the early 60s. It's considered a classic. And Vinegar Syndrome is releasing his extended director's cut in 4K in April. And he was in Domitiano's movie, What Have You Done, Daniel, and was unavailable to redub his lines. So I was asked to redub Frank LaLoggia. And to this day, I'll watch the scene and I still can't believe that's what happened. Is he's moving his mouth and it's my voice. So that is like,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's freaky.
Frank wrote to me and told me, because I was nervous. I thought, Frank LaLoggia, is he going to be okay with my voice over him? And he wrote to me and said that I do his lip smacks better than he does. So I'm proud, but I figure,
gotta watch it, man.
The Lady in White, Shout Factory released a
That's easy to remember.
They released a version, a disc with all 3 versions, but that's out of print. The new one, like I said, Vinegar Syndrome's releasing it in April. But if you want to see the movie, you watch it the way he prefers, the extended director's cut. There's also a director's cut, but this is the extended director's cut. But no, it's a really, really amazing movie. But the fact that I voiced Frank in another movie, and
That's
great.
Great.
To me, it's like a high point. And now, doing Gonzo Geezer Gorefest along with John Dugan and stuff, I'm thinking, I'm not trying to be a big actor or anything, because I never considered myself an actor, but it's so much fun and getting to know these people. And I was always wanting to get to chat with you too, like this, because we see you certain ways, always. And I just I wonder how he really is. So, so I'm really excited that you're here, because
I'm here, but I gotta go soon.
Oh, that's fine. Wait, listen, this
I gotta feed my puppy.
It's so casual. So whenever you gotta go, you just go, okay, guys, I gotta go. And we're fine with that. But what else? You said, is there anything coming or anything you want everybody?
The Ben Evans film we're filming starting March 2nd. And I've got my cast. I've got a great cast. And wow, it's going to be a fun movie. It's this phenomenal.
Detroit?
Yeah, that's the one in Detroit. It's got the phenomenal script. It's based on the story by Josh Mallerman who wrote Bird Box, Incidents Around the House, etc., etc. And it's going to be a great time. We're shooting for 2 weeks in Detroit.
Well, if you're ever shooting out here and you need someone in the background eating Pringles, I'm happy to.
Where shooting? Where in Palm Springs?
Well, in LA, Coachella Valley in general.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, because for me it was exotic when I was in a movie. Okay, here it is. I've been pushing this one. My friend Mike Caravella did Astral Plane Drifter, and it's won 22 awards, 10 of them Best Feature. And I have 2 roles in this. And for me, it was exotic going up to Yucca Valley.
Wow.
And, and Joshua Tree and getting to do something like this. So, yeah, I'm always happy to just do something stupid. Even.
Have you had Jasper Cole on?
No, not yet.
He's in Palm Springs. You should look. If you don't know who he is, look him up. He's a friend of mine.
Okay. I'll look him up.
He's amazing.
No,
he was listed as the #1 tough guy in all of Hollywood.
Oh,
nice.
Wow. Well, it's funny because
he'll come on.
I'll look. We'll look for him. Because also who I should get on the show sometime is I was in a wonderful little movie called Toilet Zombie Baby Strikes Back, and Mike Ferguson was in that, and now he's like in every top rented Netflix action movie that exists. So and I'm really proud too, because he wrote to me and he said he wanted me to make a video for him, and he said we think you're fucking funny. So I was like, okay, Mike Ferguson says that, I'll do whatever he says.
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, no, for me,
what's the name of the movie? Zombie Toilet Baby?
Oh, no, Toilet Zombie Baby Strikes Back. And I will say this. It was
Like
it
the
was
Empire
made
Strikes Back.
Toilet Zombie Baby.
Baby Strikes Back.
I like Zombie Toilet Baby. I like that better.
Well, maybe we can get Jamie to do that. See, the thing about that movie is it was done during COVID. Jamie is in Canada. He got everybody, sent them their little words, and they shot their own scenes. So the movie varies in quality and stuff.
I hate that.
Well, it was the only way he could get it done. And
don't do it.
Well, I did, and I thought, well, we're gonna make this special because he said that his mother, my mother, and my grandmother said there's not enough of you in the movie, so you need to do an extra scene. So I did an extra. Yeah, I did an extra. I did an extra scene for after the credits, and I thought it's not going to be a Marvel post-credit scene. You sit through 20 minutes of credits, and then you get nothing. So I made sure that I do something special that hits the audience without realizing it, and then it goes to black. Let's just say I'm talking to the camera and clacking a speculum.
Oh, wow.
So, but no, I like.
If they change the name, I'll watch it.
Okay, I'll tell them to put out a version that's called Zombie.
Zombie's better to start a sentence off a movie title. Zombie's better for the first word. Trust me.
It is. Well, the reason that the toilet's in there is not because he was.
Well, it's fine.
He travels through the plumbing. That's how he travels.
It's like Death Toilet. It's like Death Toilet.
Yeah.
You know Mike, right?
Oh, yeah.
Those guys are funny, man. Death Toilet 6 now.
Oh, Jesus. Well, I've got the trilogy, the SRS Blu-ray trilogy of it. I actually had to contact SRS because my disc I couldn't access the extras on the disc, so I had to get it back. But that's life. But the thing is, I don't want to use the word weird. I just like unusual and unexpected, but there's so much creativity and so much work behind making something that unusual. So that's why I always, like I said, I always have these with me at work. And recommend them to customers. Like I know who I can recommend them to. He's a movie
pusher. He's the local movie pusher.
Well, we're going to get you a Ben Evans film.
Okay, I'm all for it. Yeah, and I'll watch it and eat Pringles.
And get Carl on here.
I want Carl on here. I will. Yeah, I will write to him and the other guy.
Yeah, man.
I'm sorry. His name again? It's
Jasper Cole.
Jasper Cole. It's funny. It's a name I can remember.
It's gonna blow your mind what he's been in. You look him up on IMDb. Your mind is gonna explode. He's right in Palm Springs, man.
Well, he's 10 miles up the road from me.
There you go, Todd. You might be able to have him at your place while we do the show. Maybe.
That'd be fun. I was getting cold confused because Wednesday night I was up in Joshua Tree for a screening of Tommy, the Ken Russell movie, and the guy after the movie was over, what came up on the screen was an image for a CD single of "Walking After Midnight" by Brain Dead Sound Machine, and I was like, "Why is this on the screen?" And it turns out Cole Kuntz of Brain Dead Sound Machine was there and was a friend of Mike's. So my mind was like, I was such a fan, and I was getting cold confused when you mentioned that. So
no worries.
But we will get him. And I'm so grateful that you were just hanging out and available to be here today.
It's great meeting you guys, man. Hopefully we can hang out in person and have a drink.
Listen, we always tell everyone, you can just pop in anytime you like. If we got, when we're on, and if you feel like, hey, I want to be on today, just pop in. We're happy to have you.
So you find the link. You find the link where?
Well,
today.
The same link. Same link.
Oh, I can
StreamYard
fuse
link.
that link. Boom, and it'll put me in there. Okay,
It'll
great.
be in there.
Yeah, because
So
we love
every
Detroit.
Sunday, every
man.
Sunday at the same time.
Yes, and the show, believe it or not, the show sometimes goes on for like 2.5, 3 hours, and so you can go on YouTube and see if we're still on, and then just go to StreamYard and pop in, because Bill Weeden will probably pop up at some point today, and
maybe we'll do a thing from we'll come in from Detroit when we're out there.
That would be great. On location.
Yeah,
that's my old home. I miss that state, and I miss Detroit, man. So I hope you have a blast filming.
So you're from Detroit?
Yeah.
We're going to be filming at the Redford Theater downtown.
Nice. I don't live there anymore. I visited last April. I was a guest at a Comic-Con there for a day.
But do you know the Redford?
Yeah.
Okay. And how about John King Books? It's like the oldest bookstore.
Yeah, it's huge.
We're filming there. Yeah.
Nice. One of my friends still shops there all the time.
And we're going to film at the Main Street Pawn Shop in Pontiac.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Nice. We got some great. What's that?
I used to go drinking in Pontiac back in the day.
Yeah.
No, that's Detroit. That's the area that has all those neighborhoods that are like abandoned as well.
Yeah. Well, I don't know anymore, but yeah, it used to be.
They wiped out one of my old neighborhoods for the new bridge. I used to live in Delray, and so did my friend Michelle Blaski, another filmmaker. But like a lot of that got bought out. Unfortunately, we were just on the cusp where I lived, so it took my great aunt's death for us to finally be able to sell it, because the city bought entire neighborhoods for that new Gordie Howe Bridge.
Because did you ever see that Ryan Gosling movie he directed called Lost River? He shot in all those neighborhoods. They're just vastly empty and everything. And I just thought it was fascinating. So I've always been kind of fascinated about Detroit.
Wow, me too.
But no, when you get there and you feel like, hey, I want to pop in and show what we're doing, feel free to just, you're always welcome, man.
I'll do it, man. One of those Sundays, we're off.
Yeah. No, we're looking forward to it.
Thanks, man. I'll talk with you guys soon.
Thank you, Sky. Thank you.
Nice, great day.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Peace.
Thank you, man. Peace.
Okay. Wow. I'm starstruck, man.
A lot of fun.
I can't believe it. To me, some people say, well, it's Sky Elobar. To me, these are the people. These are the people I admire and just like think, wow, they must have really interesting lives. And to do, come on, doing stuff like Greasy Strangler and Beverly Luff Linn and Ebony and Ivory stuff, you got to be a special person to do those.
You do.
So, and it was a wonderful chance for me to hear and see Sky as himself, because I've only always seen him from the movies. And I think he appeared. Did he appear in Tropical Cocktails? I'm trying to remember. I know Michael St. Michael's did, and even the Pringles commercial. It's like I just he only one way, and now you get to see how they are, and it shows, wow, he's really talented because he can do all these other crazy things. And I'm just awesome.
How are you, Chris?
I'm feeling a lot better, Johnny. Man, I was bad. Whatever I had. I'm still like, I feel drained still. Like it took a lot.
That's how I felt. I thought mine was food poisoning and Ann's the way it hit, but who knows?
Yeah,
so
it was a week before I got my strength back.
That's how exactly.
What I heard on the news about the flu, a flu going around. I know that I was sick the day after Christmas, past New Year's, and but it wasn't as bad as what you guys were going through.
Oh, it was bad. Like my son had it first because he
Thanks, Ward.
he was. Word's great. He had the chills. Like he was sitting where I'm sitting now, and he was like, "Oh, it's freezing over here." And I'm thinking like maybe there's a draft, and he's putting on clothes, and And then it wasn't until the middle of the night that I went into his room and he had 103 fever. So that's when I realized he wasn't cold, he sick, you know. So then the next day, same thing happened to me. I'm sitting down and out of nowhere, I got so cold, like the chill, like I was shaking. And then I was in the same spot on the couch for about 3 days. Couldn't even get the strength to move from one side of the couch to the other. That's brutal. But no, like, runny nose, no congestion. Like, I got a little cough, but it was just fatigue. Like, it felt like COVID. But I took a COVID test. It was negative. But it just sucked the life out of me. And I'm still now, like, if I do things like walk around a lot or move around, I'm fatigued. Like, I'm still getting my energy back. But
so, yeah, because I, you know, basically I was worried I was gonna, you know, lose work, and it just, I stocked up on COVID tests when we could get the free ones.
Yeah.
And yeah, and first thing I did when around Christmas when I started feeling weird is I did the COVID test and it was negative. That's what you get for taking your mask off, Chris. Oh, okay. Well, now Chris is protected because he's wearing his Journey T-shirt.
That's right.
That's an awesome shirt too.
It's red. Thank you.
See, now I'm going to have Wheel in the Sky stuck in my head all day. Thank you.
That's okay.
I mean, I know everybody thinks of any way you want it. But no, for me, I remember when that album came out and Wheel in the Sky was the thing. And that's all my brother was playing on his 8-track and his Duster. It's just like boom,
Faithfully
memory.
is my wife's favorite song by them. And I made this mix CD. We didn't really play CDs at our wedding. I played guitar walking up the aisle. That was the only music we had there.
Oh, wow.
But I made this mix CD of our wedding music if we had a DJ. So that was on it.
No, it's funny. I always thought that if I ever did get married, but it ain't gonna happen. There would be
never
certain
say never,
songs.
Todd.
Oh.
Now I have the pigeon song in my head from American Tail. Never say never, whatever you do.
Oh, well, I was telling before the show, I was telling Chris that when somebody posted about the Melania movie, somebody in the comments posted a link to a YouTube video that was 10 hours of the Cars for Kids song. Now that would be oh yeah, I could just imagine that. That would be hell. But oh great, now I got that song in my head. I shouldn't have mentioned it. Okay.
We're all gonna have songs in our head by the time you're done.
Oh God. Well,
yeah.
I just, as far as marriage is concerned, no, it ain't gonna happen. You know, it's just not gonna happen. I'm at my age and everything. Plus, it would upset. You know, then there's all that financial stuff you got to go through. Oh, look at that. Crazy Pops. Oh.
Yeah, he's queuing it up for you.
What? Here we go. This is the scene from
Curse of the Ghost Rider.
Yeah. Those are some big pizza boxes.
They are.
Oh, I love that interdimensional. Look at that. Oh, here we go. Wow. Now, originally was what do we got? What? Oh, okay. No, this is fun. I like how random everything is. Now, originally was my original scene going to be reacting to seeing that?
You were in a news clip being asked about what you saw.
Yeah.
New one will be better. We'll make the new one work really well, and it'll promote your show.
You can put you can put my original scene in the deleted scene.
Yeah, it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to be in there, and so's your cookie song, your cracker song, crackers in my pants, fancy crackers in my pants.
I mean, if you
That's
ever want
hilarious.
to use, if you ever want to use the original as well, you know, you can to compare. Because after I did that scene, because honestly, I was snacking. I did have the crackers in my pocket.
That's awesome.
And so after I did my scene, I just kind of went da 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 and did my fancy crackers song. Hey, folks, if you can find Fancy Crackers in My Pants on my Vimeo channel. It is not age restricted, so you can find it easily. Otherwise, John Devlin put my video on TikTok. So go to TikTok. I don't do TikTok. Go to TikTok, look up Fancy Crackers in My Pants or hashtag Fancy Crackers, hashtag. He did all these hashtags with my name and stuff, and make it viral. And I expect to see people taking the audio and doing their own Fancy Crackers dance. You know, I mean, that would be fun. I'm all for it. Usually I would be annoyed. Like for instance, from a certain film, I've seen clips of me put into compilations on certain sites. And I thought, oh, they used my, you know, but then I think, well, it's promotion. If somebody thought that bit was good enough that they wanted it in their compilation, I guess I should be happy. So yeah, let's make Fancy Crackers a thing, people. And
So what do you guys think of that clip?
I loved it.
This one here smells
hang on.
great. Which one?
That looked great.
Smells like mother's crazy sister Kate. Oh, you think so? Yeah, I do. It smells so good. She couldn't have been that crazy. I don't think so. Oh, you don't think so, huh? No. Well, she put her poodle one time in a microwave oven. To eat it? Yeah. To eat it? Oh, no. No, 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 silly. To dry it. But it exploded. And they were both found dead. She must have been out of her head. Here it is. There's my favorite perfume. We've been looking for everywhere.
This is art.
Why don't you buy one for me too, and I'll meet you at the door. Okay. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Why don't you buy one for me too and meet me at the door? Just so, I mean, random. I see, this is why I love, when I said earlier, I like weird, I like unusual. That to me is perfection. It's, in a way, it's kind of pre-Tim and Eric weirdness. It just, I don't know what to say. Bill!
Billy Blue Jean.
Yay!
Me.
Hi. Well,
you guys.
first of all, we got to tell Johnny. I think that scene worked, because you were asking, you know, what do we think? I think that scene. I was like, wow.
Which scene we talking about?
We saw a brief scene from Curse of the Ghost Rider.
Okay.
That's the correct title, right? Oh God.
Yeah, Curse of the Ghost Rider.
And
Bill has a wonderful scene in there.
Yeah, and
it's a nice brief cameo, but it's so emotional. It's beautiful.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it myself, so Johnny can say a big secret.
Oh, okay. But no,
I'm very happy with how the score has been going with the footage. I'm very impressed because I'm doing some really experimental techniques with my own music in it. And I really think it has a nice 70s, 80s vibe to it. And I think that's very important to this story.
Yeah. It's
Has Sky been here already?
yeah. He left about what 10, 15 minutes ago.
Good.
Somewhere around there. Yeah, he was on. Yeah, that was fun.
That was good.
That was so much fun. I was actually very nervous because to me, Sky is like, wow, you know.
What about me? What about me? Are you nervous around me?
Oh, okay. Here we go. A little bit. Ever since Carlito's Way, I'm sorry, I've been stuck with that little bit.
Totally kidding.
But yeah, no, I mean, Sky to me, like I said, I've only seen him as one type of. Well, I mean, he has a range, but I mean, him in Jim Hoskins films, and then in that Pringles commercial and stuff, I only see him acting, and I was really interested to see Sky as Sky, and that was so cool. He was so friendly, and I was just awestruck. So
Good.
I'm used to you, Bill.
I don't know the Pringles commercial. What's the Pringles commercial?
He did a commercial. I think it was a Super Bowl commercial, but I had seen it a few times, and I thought, oh my God, that's the guy from the Greasy Strangler, because he had a beard in it, and he looked a little different, and I was like, wow. And then here, all this time later, we're talking about Greasy Strangler was 2016, I think. So all these years later, boom, here he is on the show, just being cool. And we talked about Ebony and Ivory, and of course Beverly Luff Linn, which is a movie I adore. So An Evening with Beverly Luff Linn. It has Jermaine Clement, Aubrey Plaza, Emile Hirsch, Craig Robinson, and Matt Berry and a bunch of Jim Hosking regulars. It's so weird. It's so, but it's my kind of weird. So I love this movie so much. And of course, we did chat about Ebony and Ivory. Mine's autographed by Sky and Gil. Gil was going to be on the show today too, but that didn't happen. So, but still, we got Sky Elobar. Yay!
Pretty good.
It wasn't when people shake a celebrity's hand, they go, I'll never wash this hand again. I'll just never wash my eyes again. Getting to see Sky Elobar, that was amazing. But no, Bill, we always say you're welcome to be here anytime, your family. So of course we are. I'm still awestruck that I'm hanging out with you.
I don't know that I can look at you ever again until you wash your eyes. I don't know.
Well, you know, actually, they are going to wash my. Oh, look at me without glasses. I don't like it. I will be getting.
Without glasses, you look like what's his name from the Eurythmics?
Dave Stewart.
Oh yeah,
Dave Stewart.
Really?
If you trim your beard a little bit. I just watched that "Would I Lie to You" video, and I saw him with the leather jacket. And he's playing it, and I said that could be Todd playing the guitar.
Well, but he wears doesn't he wear sunglasses? Yeah. Well, look, folks, it used to be that people said I used to look like Jethro Tull way back when, and then in the 80s it was Kenny Loggins, and of course I get the ZZ Top references, but and of course now for some reason there are at least 5 other people in the Palm Springs area that apparently look like me, because I get customers coming up to me all the time going, weren't you performing at Village Fest? Weren't you? I'm like, no. So I don't know. It's like I said, I want to know who these people are so I can meet them and make out with them. You know, because
God, I think you're lying. I think it is you performing at these.
I told you, I got
everything, everywhere, all at once.
Did I tell you that?
What?
Ric Flair, the wrestler. I was.
Oh yeah.
Like two strangers, 2 separate occasions that I looked like Ric Flair.
Wow. Well, I know that now Kenny Loggins and I look nothing alike because I think he's had work done, you know, and stuff. We look nothing alike now, but in the 80s we did. And I remember in the past, Chris has shown that photo. So yeah, I can see that. And of course on stage, one of his band members, there you go, Rick. There you go.
See, yeah, that's Ric Flair.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
The eyebrows.
But I was told by 2 separate strangers on 2 separate occasions on the street They say you look like Ric Flair. I don't think they thought I was Ric Flair, but they said I looked like him.
Well, I did have
Kind of like when you, the way you looked in Sergeant Kabuki Man.
Yeah,
exactly.
Without
Exactly.
kind of with the short hair and the eyes.
Well, of course, I was younger then too, and so was Rick.
Well, my shining moment was when I was in front row. Every time the police show up at the door, Todd swears that there are 5 other people in town that look like us. That's what I tell him. No, you mean the guy that's in Palm Desert? No, the guy that's in India. Yeah, go to Village Fest on Thursday night. You'll find him. But my shining moment was when I was first row I was at 2 different Kenny Loggins concerts at the Fox Theater in St. Louis, and one time right before they left the stage, a guitarist that was next to him tapped him on the shoulder and pointed at me. I was like, so yeah, that was my big Kenny Loggins moment. Well, now I'm just me.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with just you, Todd.
Yeah, I know. Just that's Todd quality. So, oh God. So Bill, what's up?
What's up? Nothing much. We are
snowed in. Oh, there we go. There's my see. It says Kenny Loggins on the bottom of the shirt there, but a lot of people think that was me.
I used to look. Before.
Yeah. Well, that was my mullet stage because I do have my hair
Bill,
pulled.
Look at the shirt, Bill. That's Todd on the shirt too.
Yeah. No, but it's Kenny Loggins. But
I'm wearing the Todd shirt. See?
Oh yeah. I was gonna wear our shirt today, but because Sky Elobar was on, I had to wear my shirt. Oh wow, you're wearing. I am so proud of you for wearing that shirt during that Vinegar Syndrome interview for Sergeant.
Yeah, I did it on purpose. Yeah,
I was so proud. I just like, oh, that's me.
That's you.
And I put that in the Vinegar Syndrome fan group.
And that thing that Chris said before the logo for, or whatever you call it, the poster for the Todd Jaeger experience with the still from Special Needs Revolt. You know the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I texted, Nolan Tears does it almost as well as Todd.
Oh my God. Oh, wow. I'm so honored. No,
well, gentlemen, I have to bounce real quick, but I wanted to give my love to everybody here.
Oh.
Well, pop back in if you feel like it.
I will do what I can. I got some things to take care of down with Annie, and I also got to eat because I haven't ate yet today. My love to all of you.
They could show me that scene later, or you could show it to me, right, Johnny?
Yeah, I think I sent it to you. It was the pizza explosion.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure I've watched it yet.
Okay, well, if you need me to resend it, I will, Bill. And again, thank you all. I am so proud of all of you. The only one I actually got to do the scene live with Chris in New York City, but you're all involved in Curse the Ghost Rider, and it means a lot. And Bill, I have our Killer Cox hat on.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
nice. So that's coming along good as well. James is recovering from a death in the family, but other than that, we're still full steam.
Good.
Oh,
James.
Well, thank you, John. I'm glad you're feeling better too.
Yeah, James Carter's brother-in-law passed away of cancer a couple weeks ago.
Oh.
It was really fast, but they're doing okay. I just checked with them yesterday. I talk to them normally every other day. So,
good for you.
Wow.
But love you guys, and seriously, thank you for being in our world together. Appreciate it.
Have a great one.
Oh yeah, no, pop back in whenever you can. Thanks. Yeah. So no, Bill, you're all snowed in and everything.
Well, not exactly snowed in, but there's a lot of snow. No, we're able to negotiate and navigate, I should say.
Yeah, okay. I can imagine you going out there negotiating with the snow.
Let me know if it works because I'm snowed. It's brutal here.
No, Bill, it is 80.
Philly, bro. I'm in Philly, so it's about -10 right now here. Real feel.
You guys, It just went up. It's now 86 here.
It's
You hear that, Bill?
Wow.
Yeah, and 86 outside where I'm at.
That's unbelievable.
I know. It's a little too warm for this time of year. And people are, and all the tourists are like, oh, I love it. I love it. But it's like, okay, you guys get to.
I love that heat, that kind of heat.
Well, but that's the thing. The tourists especially are here going, I love it. I love it. But then as soon as it starts creeping up to 120 degrees, they hightail it back to, you know, and I'm here.
No,
the humidity there too. Hey, Todd, is it humid there too?
No, but people who say it's a dry heat and that it's never humid here are full of shit, because we have, especially where I'm at, we have tons and tons of golf courses and country clubs and gated communities and water, you know, and stuff. And
no snow, right? There's no snow there.
Well, there is snow on the mountains.
Okay.
Because I can go out my front door and look up at the mountains towards Palm Springs, and there's snow on the top. Like it, where I would love to go back and get on there's a tram in Palm Springs, and you can go up the mountain. And
so Todd, right now it's 86 degrees, and you can look at the snowy mountains.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for you.
No, if I want to get cold, I can get on the tram and go to the top of the mountain and frolic in the snow.
Ski down.
Yeah, well, no, it's like Lucio Fulci, Don't Torture a Duckling Cliff rocks. There's no skiing available.
So you can see snow in the mountains, right, Tom?
Well, I have to go.
You can see snow in the mountains.
I did recently, especially because we had rains. I could go outside right now and run outside and see if there's snow, but I don't know if there is exactly a lot of snow right now, but there was. Oh, hang on. There. All I did was move.
We almost lost it, Todd. Yo, if
my
Todd
hip,
didn't plug that in, he was going to just crow.
All I did was move a little bit, and my hip was on the cord, and it just Nope, I did it again.
Todd.
Sorry.
You're trying to leave us, Todd.
But yeah, we do. That would be fun if, like, right, my mom and my aunt used to pull pranks on each other all the time. Like, they'd be talking on the phone, and one of them would just like disconnect without saying a word, and the other would keep talking and not realize they hung up. So it'd be funny if one day I just I'm sitting here while you guys are talking and I just click myself out.
All right.
You guys handle the show. But no, I think there's still some snow on the very top peak. But yeah, 86 here, folks. If you want to, come to Palm Springs or the Coachella Valley, it's a warm day here.
-3 here, I think it is, or maybe -6 by now. I don't know. It's
wow. That's so wild. It's just,
and
I miss. I miss snow.
It hasn't been 30. It's been under 30 degrees. It feels like for 2 months straight now. It's brutal.
Been cold a long time.
I see. This is also why you guys start the show later for you, but make me get up early because I have the warm weather.
Yeah, right. Next week we're starting at noon here, noon Eastern.
No, it's okay. I'm good. It's just it really is weird for me how we're doing the same thing, but it's a different time. It's like to me, it's like, kind of mystical time warp kind of stuff. But,
it is.
Like in Australia, I think they're 15 hours ahead.
I think
even though Australia is kind of to the left of California, but it's 15 hours ahead.
I think I have to.
Oh, he was doing what I was talking about, and he was mid-sentence, and boom,
I think
he didn't think he did.
I think he was trying to say he had to go do something, but
yeah, I heard him about to say that he had to do something, and then but he'll. Oh, there he is.
No, I just realized that I bounced without.
You bounced.
Bounced. I wanted to say goodbye. Thank you.
I thought you were going to do what I was talking about and just kind of leave right mid-sentence.
Okay,
that would be my
Bill, real fast before you go, Bill. What did you have fun at the script read? As much fun as John did?
God, that was great, wasn't it?
I had a ball. I was laughing
yeah,
through
that
it.
was amazing.
Well, that was an amazing read, and I know John Dugan isn't here, but he was over the moon about it. You know?
Really? Well, then I guess I showed him that, you know, because that I'm now one of the guys.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. You were the only one he didn't know. You know.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is like, who's this Todd guy?
No,
Although we've conversed a bit, you know, he didn't know really who I was in the beginning, so now he knows, and that was fun. So
no, he's thrilled. He's thrilled. He said he's just over the moon.
Well, I'm shocked that you guys really wrote a lot more of me in there, and then I'll be the one driving the car. I was like, what?
Yeah. Well,
as long as it's not stick, I don't want to wreck a Corvette. If you guys get a Corvette,
after you do that spoiler alert, then we take over the car.
Oh, well, yeah, that makes sense. That totally. But it's just I was, because I remember that little GIF, that AI created GIF that was done where we're getting it, and I got in the back seat, and I figured that's where I'd be, in the back seat, and I'm fine with that. But you know, when I saw the script again, I was like, oh my God, it's my car.
Right. So anyway, I have to go now, but I will talk to you very soon elsewhere, and we'll talk.
And
Thanks,
and
guys.
Bill, watch. I want your opinion on a movie, so watch She Rides Shotgun, and then I want to hear what you say about it.
Taron Edgerton. Do I know Taron Edgerton?
Yeah, he's one of the Edgertons. There's different, you know, like there's different Skarsgårds.
There's Joel
there's
Edgerton, but he's supposed to with a D.
Yeah, and he produced it, but I watched it last night and I was like, whoa. So I want your opinion. So do that, and then when I chat at you again, when you have time.
All right, Bill.
Is it streaming on a platform?
Yeah, it should be. I just picked it up. You know, it's a Lionsgate film. I got it at Walmart, but it's on streaming.
I will look for it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
All right. That was a fun. Yeah, that was a fun reading. I wasn't nervous or anything, but I didn't expect it to be that much fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was a blast, and again, that was really early for me. It was 9 a.m.
Yeah,
we started it because I had
early Wednesday.
Wednesday. There you go. I'm sorry, boy. Again.
No, it was Thursday.
My mind
but
is.
You better go to sleep early Wednesday because we're doing it again Thursday.
That's what I was thinking of. I like, for instance, for next Wednesday, I don't have anything going on that day, or so I could go to bed earlier and make sure I take my trazodone and get enough sleep. But you know, the thing is too, is if I have really weird dreams, which I do every day, I only remember bits and pieces of my dream from this morning, and I wish I would have written some of it down, because Jesus Christ, if you guys have read my dreams album on Facebook, you just know my dreams are bizarre as hell. And I sometimes wake up and I'm not as rested as I should be because of all that. But
like nightmares, Todd?
No, they're just, like I mentioned that Backrooms things earlier. Like the Backrooms is those videos of POVs going through these endless hallways and weird rooms that, you know, like for instance, they'll go
Tom
into one
Selleck
room.
offers him a ride, but then drives off.
Yeah.
Is he like dressed like Magnum PI? Or?
Oh my God. Well, actually, the first time I saw Tom Selleck was in a Russ Meyer film called was it called The 7 Minutes or something? Yvonne DiCarlo was in it. He was in a courtroom scene. And then I remember him well from Coma. I don't know if you remember seeing the Michael Douglas Genevieve Bujold thriller Coma, and Tom Selleck played one of the victims where he was in the hospital, and then next thing you know, he's dead on a table with his chest open and everything. Fond memories. Good times.
Sounds fun.
But no, My dreams are like the Backrooms thing. I watched one last night just out of curiosity called Liminal Spaces, and it was a 30-minute video of like Backrooms going through a weird, like what looked like an empty Costco, and then going through a door, and then there's hallways and weird shit. And in one of the bits, he's going through these hallways. In one of the vast weird rooms, there's like a small size pool with a jacuzzi, and you're like, what the fuck? It's my dreams have these random strange. Well, I told you the one dream that Bill once made into a short film where I'm in a van with people and we're driving in the night, and there's a Wang Chung song called China playing in the van, and I'm cuddling in the back of the van with someone, and we come out in the middle of the woods, and there's already people in this clearing, and I was naked for some reason, but then I put on this robe, like we're all like in a cult, and we're in a circle, and then some woman comes in with this big silver pot, with the flat lid, and we're all holding like these mugs, and she spoons chili into each of our mugs, and then she comes around and wants us to each prick our fingers to drop blood in our chili. And she comes to me, and I can't do it. I can't poke myself. And I said, no, I can't do it. And I said, why do we have to put blood? Why do we have to use blood in our chili? And she says, to protect us from the werewolves.
That makes sense.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. And then that's it. I guess I woke up, and my dreams are even more random than that. Like I said, going into a room, and there's a pool and a jacuzzi in some room in endless hallways. It's weird shit like that. And I
had a dream, Todd, one time. I had to stop smoking pot after 11 years straight of smoking every day. Okay.
Oh my God.
Listen. Okay. And I worked for a certain job where I had to drive, a city job, and I was supposed to be on random the whole time. And they waited 10 years to realize that our whole department wasn't on the random list. So one day I'm driving the truck, and I get a little beep beep. At the time, it was when Nextel phones were out. So
yeah,
little Nextels chirp, and it said, Chris, we just realized you were supposed to take a random drug test over the last 11 years. You need to come down to 21st and so right now and pee in the cup. So obviously that didn't go well. So I had to stop smoking.
Well,
so,
it just said, and also, yeah.
So
things do things in your dreams ever like change?
Well,
like suddenly someone
say,
you were talking to is someone different?
Well, listen, they say when you stop smoking after especially that long, you'll have crazy dreams, because while you're smoking, you don't really go into REM sleep. So you don't dream, or at least you don't remember, you don't go into deep enough sleep to have vivid dreams. I don't know. But anyway, as soon as I stopped smoking, I had the craziest dreams that were so vivid. And one of them was I was fighting Grace Jones on the top of
God.
Listen, on the top of a train that was driving through my neighborhood. It was like a Conan movie. I was fighting her. She had something like a sword or something, and the train was going right down my street.
Well,
yeah, you don't forget dreams like that.
Okay, here's one I will, because I have you guys know.
I don't know why Grace Jones was there, but
Grace Jones, man, that I've had her in a dream. I had a dream that I
she was everywhere.
Maybe she does that. Maybe she's known for that. Maybe she shows up in people's dreams.
Well, back in St. Louis, and if you go on YouTube, you can find videos. There was a gay bar called Faces in East St. Louis, and if you look up Faces East St. Louis abandoned or something, there's people had gotten footage where they snuck into the place and went around, and it's like an abandoned mall. It's all empty and damaged and stuff. But I dreamt once back in the 80s, around the time that Tina Turner was making a comeback, and I dreamt that I walked into Faces and Tina Turner's there, and I walk up to her and I go, "Hey, Tina," and she goes, "Hey, Todd, how you doing?" And I said, you know what? I've got all your 12-inch singles. And she goes, you do? What's your favorite? And I said, Better Be Good to Me. And then she goes, wow, Better Be Good to Me. It's like, what the fuck was that? You know, it's Tina Turner of all people in a dream. But listen, here's an example of one of my dreams. It was, and it's always the last section of my dreams. I was at a grocery store, and in the bakery department, they had a round cake, either cheesecake or regular, with caramel swirls all throughout it. And on top of the cake was a nicely done decoration of the band name Erasure. You know, and in cursive letters and the font style from their Union Station CD. And then I liked the look of the cake and the font, so I bought it. I only let it set out on a counter for a few hours, and in that time, it had somehow gone bad, the cake looking like it had dried up and the decorative font all wrinkled looking. I then woke up to go to the bathroom. I mean, I really did wake up to go to the bathroom, and then of course the dream changes, and you're in a different situation. Yeah, it's okay. That's the kind of stuff I dream. So
it might mean
and it's always the last part.
You have to buy one of those dream interpretations.
Well, and the funny thing is it's always like the last part of the dream. Yeah, okay. All right.
Are you reading your dreams now? What are you doing, Todd? What's going on?
I was trying to get back onto our page because I was somehow stuck on the YouTube page and was wondering why nothing.
Todd. Wake up.
Yeah. No, it's probably these weird gummies. No, I don't.
What are those, Todd? Was they in a little baggie? You bought them?
No. Okay. So
illegal
these are those Haribo raspberry gummies that look like raspberries. And when I open a bag, there's no way to reseal it, right? So I just always open a bag and put it in a sandwich baggie so they don't go stale.
Gotcha.
Tasty.
That's what we tell them from now on.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds good. I believe it.
But no, my dreams, it's always the last part of the dream.
Dreams, gummies.
And they just keep. Someday we'll have to go over some of our favorite dreams because I do have a few.
Sounds good. Maybe we'll talk about a dreamy movie too.
Exactly. That would be fun. And speaking of fun, here's a record. I never thought I was going to show this, but I figured, what the hell? There was a punk band named Ism, and this is from 1983. It's a 7-inch single. 7-inch single of Ism covering the Partridge Family's I Think I Love You. And as you can see,
fantastic cover.
Well, and the flip side is a song called A7, I believe. But yeah, when I saw this, it was Street Side Records, I think, in St. Louis. And I was like, oh, I got to buy it just for this cover. And I did. And the song's fun. It's, I Think I Love You. So what am I so afraid of? That song in punk version. And then the other one, speaking of punk versions, this one is from 19 Buck. I love it when they don't put the year directly. It's probably on the record. But I bought this. Oh, we're jumping into what? What is this? Oh, that's it.
I agree, Todd. This is a good version.
Somebody actually beat Weird Al or something? I'd be damn. There's one.
don't know what I'm up against. I don't know all about.
Got so much to think about.
They're Danny Bonaducci.
Wow. Wow.
I have never seen this. I didn't know this existed. You're amazing.
That's wild.
That was Ism, their version of I Think I Love You, and matched perfectly over the Partridge Family. That's
incredibly.
There you go. And you can still find this record either on eBay or Discogs, but I'm sure it's on a CD compilation somewhere. But you know, this is, you got to own the actual thing. It makes it more worthwhile. But that was brilliant. It also reminds me of, and you'd probably have YouTube wanting you to cut it out later. The Beautiful South did an amazing rendition of You're the One That I Want from Grease. Very slow and haunting. And
Wow.
somebody put it over the footage from Grease, and it matches.
It works.
It's so weird, and it makes it very haunting and kind of disturbing. But that, oh my God, Ism, folks. And if you like the
I'll have
Archie's
to
sugar,
aggravate
Huh?
Eddie with that one. I'll have to aggravate Eddie Deason with that one.
Oh my God, that would be. Well, you know, it's almost like Crispin Kelly and Glover's version of These Boots Are Made for Walking. I just love when renditions are totally reimagined, yet are still in a way faithful, but totally unique. Like this group, The Bomb Party, and this is from the somewhere in the 80s as well, and they cover the Archie's Sugar Sugar.
This feeling inside, I'm not
Hey,
one
Jan.
of those who can easily hide.
Big Jan.
I don't have much money, but boy, if I did,
Those eyes.
I'd buy a big house where
Look, it's like she's being goosed.
The robot.
if I were a sculptor.
Oh my God, her expression was like, that's so weird. Geez, I love how you
sing
find
on
these
key or
random.
we'll shoot this puppet.
Yeah, Fake Jan. We love Fake Jan. The other one I really like, and this is from 1987, a British import 12-inch, Gay Bikers on Acid, and the song is "Get Down, Shake Your Thang." There is, it's on YouTube, and the fun thing about this song is they use samples from Videodrome.
Wow.
The TV is the retina of the mind's eye, or something like that.
Nice.
You hear that sample throughout this song. So yeah, if you love Videodrome, you'll love "Get Down, Shake Your Thang" from Gay Bikers on Acid. And yeah. Oh, and that's
Bill's
funny
gonna be
too.
sorry he missed it.
Yeah. No, Jack, when you did that Bing thing about the show, and they came up with mentioning Todd's record collection and stuff, I was like,
That was crazy, wasn't it?
it was spooky
Yeah,
because
That was-
isn't
That had to
Bing
be
just
AI. AI had to
Yeah.
do that, right? They summoned
yeah, how they like got
They
their
find
tentacles,
parts of the show, right? They know
how they
if you
found
watch video,
specific.
Crazy.
Yeah, that was spooky how they found specific moments out of like hours of
Todd, they even found moments that weren't on the show that you were stuff you were going over there.
Well, you know what they were talking
Yeah.
about is they were talking. They did mention that we sometimes show stuff from my Vimeo channel, but they were talking about my Vimeo channel as well.
Yeah.
About my absurd, chaotic art is what I quoted a woman as saying, and Bing used that term chaotic art. And I was like, whoa,
Pretty soon you're going to start telling exactly how much you're spending on those Vinegar Syndrome orders.
Yeah, right.
It's going to show your bank statement. Todd is an avid collector. He spends $2,000 on vinegar.
Yeah, when I only make. So I'm doing something bad, I guess. I don't know.
But I'm just saying. I'm just saying. They can do it. They can do anything. They can find out everything.
It was fascinating and amazing, but at the same time, kind of spooky.
Exactly.
It was like reading a nice positive review of the show and of me, but then finding out of hours and hours of show specific things I've said or I was just kind of sitting there going,
word, Todd. It knows everything you've said.
Oh yeah.
Oh no. Uh-oh, we're gonna start seeing.
I was like, I never said that, and it's gonna come up with a summary. Todd, yes, you did say that on.
Oh no, I'm gonna have to escape to a different country. That's scary. Oh my god. Well, speaking of scary, and I know I've mentioned them before on the show, I can't get enough of this because I love saying the name. A regional band in the Midwest and they were on my show, and I loved them because at one moment during my radio show, each individual, and there were like 6 of them, broke out into a separate Depeche Mode song. They would sing the lyrics and that. But I love, and they're still around. They're on Facebook. Jehovah Waitresses.
Whoa, that's a great name.
The album is Perfect Impossible, but they're still around. And this album was from 1994. But
Damn.
Jehovah Waitresses. I just love saying the name so much.
Yeah, I did too.
The other band that's big amongst a certain crowd right now is the LGBTQ plus. I don't know all the letters we got now. Band called the
whatever.
Well, when I did my review of Out in the Ring, the documentary, I just said I'm going to condense into lesgay. So I don't have to keep saying LGBTQIA plus. It's a lot to say when you mention it numerous times. So, but there is a band called the Irrepressibles. This is my favorite album of theirs called Nude. And this was, I have it on a regular CD, but I got this limited edition one that came with extra, like a poster and stuff in it. But I also then found this extra connected one that's related that has tracks from it, but also B-sides in it. Irrepressibles, if you look up anything, like they have a song called Two Men in Love. They have a song called Sebastian about, the guy with the arrows, Sebastian. This album, Nude, is very, I want to say, dreamy and kind of downbeat, and you put on the headphones and you float away. It's amazing. Especially look up the song Two Men in Love. But their latest stuff is a bit more upbeat with more synthesizers and a little more rockish. But I highly recommend everybody looking up Irrepressibles, the album Nude. They also cover the Willie Nelson song Always on My Mind. Look that one up. It's on YouTube. And then the other person I have to mention to everyone.
Favorites.
It's this one. This guy, he's from Sweden. His name is Christer Linder. This album is Songs from the Silent Years. It's from 20. Well, it's from at least 10 years ago or something. But look up his song Don't Lose Your Way. That's his most upbeat song. But look up his song Soft King Kong. That is my anthem. I wrote to him when I first saw his music and heard his music, and I wrote to him and said, where can I get an album? And apparently it wasn't out yet. So he gave me a link to the songs before the album came out. And I was so grateful. And then we had, corresponded back and forth via YouTube. And he had seen some of my videos, by the way. And and made a funny comment about, either, I forgot what he said. I'll have to dig it up sometime, but I will cherish that he thought my videos were weird and wonderful. And that I made him laugh. This guy is very zen, very mystical and amazing. And that he said I made him laugh. Like, it's just, you'll never forget anything like that. So Krister Linder, Songs from the Silent Years. And if you look up The Irrepressibles, Nude, and any of the related EPs, because some of their extra tracks are just as amazing as the album. But their new one is called Something Homo, their new album, but it's more upbeat. But it's not, his voice is amazing. He can do high pitches and everything. So it's not just some kind of pop band. It's very, very, very
erotic.
Don't Google that one.
Yeah. So those are my record recommendations today. And so Chris, you're always able to come up with these, weird videos and clips. Is there a favorite song or something of yours or band that, because you know me, I like this weird, not weird. This isn't weird, but different.
Well, I'm 51, Todd. So in 81 MTV, when that came out, I was 6, 7 years old. So I
was in college.
Yeah. So as an only child and with parents separated, I spent a lot of time watching MTV. 7, 8 years old, watching all that stuff. So that's how I got into. That's probably why, Todd, you watched. You were in that early punk and different kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So that probably explains why I am into the same weird shit you are.
No, I mean, for me, like when I don't recall seeing it when it came out, but the Monkees film Head, which I mentioned last week, that was 1968, I believe. Right. So I was 5 years old.
Monkees, even though the Monkees were big in the late 60s, for some reason, they came back in the 80s. So so MTV started showing, like, I watched their shows anyway on like Channel 29 when I used to come home from school for lunch, and I'd watch the Monkees, McHale's Navy, whatever came on, for that hour.
Gilligan's Island was always running.
Right. So then it goes from the Monkees on there watching reruns. Then MTV started showing their episodes. So the Monkees, even growing up in the 80s, you still grew up with the Monkees. You know what I mean?
Well, and the show was very.
Oh yeah, it was on Naked Night with Sacred.
Right. When it wasn't on MTV, it was on Nick. It was still all over the place throughout the 80s.
But the show was so surreal.
Like growing up in the early 80s, you had such a mixture of music. You had rap, early rap, you had early MTV, you had punk, you still had classic rock.
New wave was slipping in there.
You got hit with such a medley. And as a kid, you didn't have any kind of stereotypes at that time. As a kid in the early 80s, it wasn't like, I'm not going to watch this. I watched whatever was on MTV or whatever was on TV. And it just it makes you grow up. Just, you take everything in. You have a taste for everything. That's what
Well, for me, because I was 3 when the Monkees show first came on the air. So I don't remember much. But when it went into Saturday morning show runs, and there was some adult material in the Monkees show that kind of got over the heads of kids. But it was just that at such a young age, the surreal nature of the show, the kind of like meta and stuff going on in it.
Well, that's what led to, probably why you end up appreciating MTV, because that was an early form of it. That was music and television, and it's combining two. So then, MTV comes along in the early 80s, and
early MTV was the good MTV.
Oh, yeah.
And but for me, like I said, the Monkey Show was so surreal, and exposed to that as a little kid. And it's weird, even at a young age, if something is strange, you can still grasp it. I did. And I appreciated the weird nature of the Monkey Show. And then when Head came out, and the funny thing is, to this day, Head is still rated G. which is weird because some of the images in it, like the one famous, is it from the Korean War, the Vietnam War, that shows the footage of the photo of the guy being shot in the head? That is shown in Head, and yet Head got a G. Yeah,
at that point.
they got a G rating.
That's in fucking American Pop too.
Oh yeah,
what
well,
thing he's talking about.
But the thing is, Head was so weird, and even though you may not fully understand it, I appreciated that it was, like I said, my dreams. Things shifting, and you walk. Like I remember in some dreams, I'll get on a road, but then I'll wind up in a completely different town, even though I only went like 10 feet.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, it's weird shit. Weird. But then Monty Python came along too and was being shown on PBS. And I was like, oh my God, this is my thing. So I've always been attracted to that strangeness, which is
I like
why
Monty Python, but you know what I watched a lot? Benny Hill. I watched a lot.
Benny Hill was funny, but at the same time, I got a little tired of his shtick where he'd see a fully clad woman and he'd kind of go,
but beside that, it just
he also
the way he did it, Mr. T, and even he did that show had some great like they did some great impressions of parodies.
Well, but the thing about Benny Hill is we never got to see the actual full versions of Benny Hill because his show had nudity, and we always got the cut versions. Just like also along the same time that we were getting Benny Hill, we were getting the goodies.
Yeah.
And I remember I think it was Channel 11 or Channel 30 in St. Louis that showed Benny Hill and the goodies and the other British. They just threw them all at us, and there was even a brief bit of nudity in the goodies. I remember they let it through.
I remember I was probably 8 years old watching Benny Hill like 11 o'clock at night, and they did show. I remember there was they must have let it slip or whatever.
There was a
slip, like clear as day. A woman at the window turned around, and this was on.
I think there was they did that in the goodies as well. There was a woman at the window, I remember, and you could see them. Yeah. And they must have like missed that and let it slip out over the air because we always got the censored versions of stuff. And I remember also around the time back when I was in high school, Prisoner Cell Block H, the Australian soap opera about the women's prison. And I guess we got all this weird, and the more and more I was eating it up. And then of course, Michael Nesmith was putting out his video stuff,
right?
And
he was like an early pioneer with that.
Yeah, he was. And of course, a lot of people don't know that actually, I think one of the first music video programs was when I was it's somewhere between first and third grade for me. It was called The Now Explosion. And you can find Benny Hill. Yep, there we go, Ward. See?
I knew you would, Ward.
No. But there was a show called The Now Explosion. You can look that up. I'm sure there's stuff on YouTube and Google it. And it would be different artists. First time I saw boobs. Oh, good for you. They would have artists lip syncing their songs like shot on film. I remember, like the one song, I beg your pardon, I never promised you a rose garden. I remember that singer, like she was on a horse or something and singing, and it was all shot on film. So that was like the earliest music video show, The Now Explosion. Look it up because the theme song was cool. I remember when I was in elementary school, like somewhere between first and third, the band from either Oakville Junior High or Oakville Senior High performed for us, all little kids sitting on the gym floor while the band was playing, and they played the theme from The Now Explosion. And I was just like, yeah, so look it up, folks. But for me, though, basically the whole thing is I absorb everything weird. I love that kind of thing. It's just why I love, these Jim Hosking films. And like I said, my dreams have always been weird all my life. So I don't think any of these influence my dreams. It's just that I'm used to that. And then to actually view weirdness.
Yeah, you attract the weirdness.
The other, so we also then, I'm guessing next week, I still can't get over that we had Sky on the show. Thank you guys for making that happen.
Awesome.
That was great.
And he's so cool. He was so friendly and so nice.
He's awesome as hell. Every time I've talked to Sky, he's been awesome as fuck.
Well,
he a great guy.
And I wanted to mention to Sky that I wanted to get the Umbrella Entertainment edition of Ebony and Ivory. They're selling it only through their website. Well, yeah, they're only selling it through their website, and it's a new edition on Blu-ray, but it's got commentary and a book and all kinds of things. And with shipping and everything, it's going to cost you like $79. And I was like, oh. So instead, I basically got, I wanted to go ahead and order this. This one doesn't have any extras. It's just, I think, the trailer and the movie. But I thought, well, I can afford this one, so I'll buy it. But then when I mentioned to Sky about the two editions, and he said, well, I've got this edition and I'll autograph it for you. So, but then the fun thing was Sky happened to be going to Los Angeles, and he said, I'll get Gil to, is that how you pronounce the name? G-I-L, is it Gil?
I think he said Gil. I think
he asked if Gil was going to be on. So,
and I didn't know if it some people would say Gil or Gil, but yeah. So he said, I'll get Gil to autograph it. So that's why this one is fully autographed. But next week, apparently, you guys got Michael St. Michael's listed for us.
Yep.
Okay, because I am ready. There's another guy that I have met him, and he was nice, and I think he was with his wife. And then I don't know if this woman, Victoria, was his daughter. She was there wearing her greasy hat, and I'll ask him if, because I don't want to get that wrong who he was with. But he was nice, and but I'm still nervous because to me, like Sky Elobar, Michael St. Michael's, he's a big deal to me. And so that you guys got them, I'm just like, wow. Because I'm definitely going to want to ask him about Fingers, because he got to star in this with Jeremy Gardner, who was behind that film, The Battery. And he also was in the beginning of, do you all remember the video Dead?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because he was in the beginning of that. He told me he was in an episode of Columbo, and I really would like him to tell me which episode that was, because I have the whole DVD set of Columbo. I also have, I'm going to have to, oh no, the sticker will cover it up, but I've got the Greasy Strangler soundtrack as well. And, but yeah, I'm really, I'm nervous, but I'm excited because, the car wash scene, but it's an uncensored cover. They just slapped the sticker over his,
that's good. You have the doll too, Todd?
There's no way you can ever explain any piece of that movie to somebody.
It's covered in Schwanstetter.
Do you remember, Jack? We watched that earlier in Discord. Do you remember that we watched that?
Oh yeah.
I don't have the doll, but as I showed you, and this also I got through Sky. He sent it to me. I got the greasy hat. I haven't worn it because I don't want to soil it, especially if I wash my hair. I should have worn it for the whole show while he was on, but I don't. Well, I showed it. I showed it, but it's just like I said, I didn't wash my hair and I didn't want it to get it all oily because I don't want to have to put this through the washer for any reason.
That's
well, it's supposed to be greasy. So.
Duh. Now, why didn't I think of that?
Todd, put it on.
Damn it. No. That's the thing. If I had two,
point, Jack.
Because, like, for instance, whenever you've seen me wearing my Astral Plane Drifter hat, I actually have a hanky put underneath the hat so I don't stain the cloth part with oil from my skin or something. So if I had two of each, I would wear one and keep the other safekeeping. But I don't, so I can't afford to buy two of everything. Don't get on me about some of the movies I have double dipped, triple dipped. Oh, and by the way, yeah, that's the Brain Dead Sound Machine CD I was mentioning about the band. So Walking After Midnight, there's 2 different versions. There's a video version on YouTube, and then there's a KMFDM remix. They also cover that song. Remember that song, Everybody, 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 that dance song for they do that industrialized. Yeah, well, you can hear it very different. You know, in da 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 ow, da, 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 yeah, that song. Well, they do that. They make that little
okay, yeah, I know what you mean.
yeah, it's you
That's
gotta
strong, isn't it?
check that out. So I guess what I mentioned here too, because you know, as I said, I recommend movies to people who come in depending on what they're seeing. But we're gonna watch this first.
So to get your whole
Action Man Battlefield Casualties. For PTSD Action Man, danger lurks at every turn. He never feels safe, not even in his own home. Do what you can to block out the memories.
Look, look, look!
With no support from HQ, it's up to you to find a way.
Looks like we're on our own.
PTSD Action Man now comes with 1,000-yard stare action. With time running out, only you can stop the pain.
Let's get out of here.
Now, do you know whose voice that was?
Damn.
Matt Berry. He's the voice of the Minotaur in Crepopolis, What We Do in the Shadows. Yeah, I recognize Matt Berry's voice anywhere. Yeah, I love Matt. Love me some Matt Berry. He's also
That's fucking
well,
hilarious.
he is also in An Evening with Beverly Luff Linn. He plays Craig Robinson's agent. So yeah, everybody, you got to see An Evening with Beverly Luff Linn. It's so funny that I just had them a moment ago, and now they're way over there. So recommending movies to customers that come into work. I actually had a whole group come up to me last night of like 7 people. And the first thing they did was go, "What do you got this time?" So, and I knew they were seeing Iron Lung. So I mentioned, of course, I think I mentioned this last week, that if you're going to see Iron Lung, you want to see Mad God, the Phil Tippett movie that took 30 years to make. And then, of course, and then I also recommend, after you watch Mad God, you should also see Saint Bernard. That's Gabe Bartalos. He's the makeup effects guy. And if you like,
is that Beethoven's cousin?
Oh, no. And somebody thought it was Cujo, and I'm like, no. I have the Saint Bernard T-shirt, by the way. And then if you like Saint Bernard, Gabe Bartalos also did one called Skinned Deep. That's just, I can't even describe the plot of either film. It's
That's
impossible.
a good sign. That's usually a good sign.
Yeah, and you just kind of let it happen, and you know there's some kind of I want to say coherence going on, but at the same time, it's like trying to describe your dreams when you forgot you can only remember chunks of it.
Right.
You just can't describe it. So, but yeah, but then also, I just basically, I don't know how to say this, but Kevin James, you know, the guy that was in, was it King of Queens was his TV show?
Yes.
And he was in the, what was it? The Grown-Ups with David Spade and all those. But he's in a new movie from Angel Studios called Solo Mio. And I figured if you want to see Kevin James instead of a sweet Angel Studios version of Kevin James, then you have to watch Becky. And if you like Becky, you will obviously want to see Wrath of Becky. But there's Kevin James. He's a bad guy in this movie. He's a white supremacist, and he's got all these tattoos, and he's just really, really bad. And he's up against Lulu Wilson, who you may remember from one of the Annabelle films. Someone said the better Annabelle film, and Ouija Origin. And what else has she done? She's done But I don't know what she's done lately. But Lulu Wilson is amazing, and she kicks ass in this movie. So you got to see Becky, and then of course, Sean, what's his name? Sean William Scott is the bad guy in this one, and you also have Joel McHale in this movie. But both Becky movies are great. So instead of watching Kevin James in cutie mode, I would suggest Becky. And then if you're also looking for thrillers, because you've got action movies out right now like Mercy, and then the Jason Statham Shelter and all that. I highly recommend. This was unavailable for decades, but from 1979, although people say 1980, James Brolin in Night of the Juggler. This movie, yes, this movie is like that, and it's like one big long chase throughout New York, grimy, gritty New York before it was Disneyfied. But this movie is like, well, the like when 42nd Street, all of them were all peep shows and porno theaters and that kind of grimy New York. That's the New York of Maniac as well, I would say. Now Wednesday night. Wednesday night, Mike Caravella hosted a What the Fuck Wednesdays. It's once a month if you're in the Coachella Valley area in the high desert, like Yucca and all that. Usually it's the first Wednesday of each month, but it'll be a little different in February. We watched Tommy, and it's the first time I got to see Tommy on a screen again in over 40 years.
All remastered.
Yeah, Tommy is just, it's one of my all-time favorite movies. As a 12-year-old watching it in 1975, again, weird, surreal, not almost nightmarish. That is this, and I ate it up as a kid. I got to see it at a matinee when I was the only person in the little theater as a 12-year-old in an empty theater watching Tommy. It was, yeah. So then but I recommend, because I told some people that were there Wednesday night, they have to then watch this one. The same year, Ken Russell and Roger Daltrey did Litzomania, and it's about Franz Liszt. It's surreal. It doesn't go.
That one.
Oh, Ringo Starr is the Pope wearing cowboy boots. It doesn't go by. It's supposed to take place back in the 1800s, but the thing is, different composers show up who were not like either were a child or too old, and or had already died. They're just all in here. Ken Russell doesn't care about facts and logic and stuff like this. It's surreal, a lot of phallic imagery. If you love titties, you're gonna get plenty. and I'm not going to complain about titties this time, because in a Ken Russell movie like Litzomania, it just makes sense. So, but here's the fun part too. Besides streaming, the only way you can get Litzomania in North America is Warner Archives put it out on DVD, bare bones. And it looks fine and everything, but it's bare bones. If you get this Region 2 DVD from the UK, it has commentary and a booklet of behind, how they made the film and everything. So if you have an all-region player, or what is it, Xbox or whatever, will play different.
Is Xbox all region?
It's either Xbox or PlayStation. One of those.
I don't know. My disk drives keep going out on both of them.
Well,
a lot of my 4K ones aren't playing on my Xbox anymore. That used to play. I have to get another. I have to get a regular play. I have one. It's in the basement, but.
Well, I have an all-region old DVD player, but I also have an all-region Blu-ray player. Yeah. And this is Region 2. There's also an all-region Blu-ray from Spain, but I've never been able to find out what kind of transfer they used, because just because it's on Blu-ray doesn't mean it's gonna be amazing. Like, so
Yeah, VHS. Right.
yeah, so I have this Region 2 DVD because I wanted the commentary and everything, because it's Ken Russell doing the commentary on this. And if you
Nice.
love Ken Russell, this is essential. Litzomania from 1975. And by the way, Litzomania was an actual term from the 1800s, because he was like the first rock star. And then Beatlemania took that as an homage to Litzomania. So
An
Beatlemania was not an original thing. They got the idea from Litzomania, not the movie, the word. So there's that. And then other Ken Russell that we're going to view at some point is the uncut version of The Devils. That this thing, Warner Brothers is sitting on the full version of the film because of its controversy. Warner Brothers won't let anybody have it. They let BFI do a restored version of the film, but it's a very cut version. And looks great for BFI, but it's not the full movie. What I'm holding here is a bootleg label called Eurocult, and it's a faded print, but it's the entire movie, everything. And beware, folks, if you seek this one out, because you can find it on eBay, make sure it's got the black case. I don't have the one with the white case by me here, but the exact same cover, the exact same label, the exact same disc label. The white case one is not the full cut. It's a bootleg release of the restored BFI version, which is heavily cut. So it's confusing, but if you look for this bootleg of The Devils,
you'll find it.
Black case is what you want to get the. This one has the scene with the nuns running around in the church all crazy and writhing on the statue of Christ. That whole bit was cut in all the other versions.
Oh, we want
and there's
that.
some, yeah, well, this is controversial to say, but the scene is known as the rape of Christ.
Oh.
And there's also a few other scenes that were removed in the BFI version, so that the movie kind of jumps ahead in some bits because things were cut out. But this is the only way to see The Devils, and I highly recommend. It's not as weird. There's nothing surreal like Tommy and Litzomania. It's more straightforward, but it's Ken Russell. You know, Women in Love, Lair of the White Worm.
Yes.
The Boyfriend, Valentino, Altered States. Ken Russell's a genius. The only film of his that I have that I don't really think is great is The Fall of the Louse of Usher. It was a shot on video thing he did. That was his last thing, and it's not good. But I'll sit through anything Ken Russell made because he's a genius. He's an absolute genius.
I agree.
So, and then of course, hey guys, remember I was like all excited because it's an all-region Blu-ray, but I finally got my import Blu-ray of Awesome. And this one, I don't think the DVD had it, but this has a short film by the director called A Gun for George, and it has a commentary. But the Blu-ray, I'm excited about that. Other recommendation, folks, if you want weird, I know a lot of you have seen Martyrs, the French film, and while it's controversial and some say it's one of the best horror films ever made, I thought it was fine. I enjoyed it, but I was not as shocked as everyone was when they watched it. Just like people get all shocked when they watch a Serbian film. I thought a Serbian film was shocking, but I wasn't like, oh my God, I can't look at this. Martyrs, I could handle, but that director later did Incident in a Ghostland. And this is an absolute must. This is the Region B Blu-ray from Arrow, the domestic release in the United States from, I think, Vertical, bare bones. It's just a DVD. So if you want Incident in a Ghostland, a Region B, get all region player. This one has a full-on feature-length documentary and other stuff, and of course, a cool book. So Incident in a Ghostland. It's really unusual. Can't recommend it enough. Also, I'm a fan of Mylène Farmer, the French pop singer. She's huge in France and Europe. She's like bigger than Madonna over there. And she plays the mother in this movie. So highly recommend Incident in a Ghostland. Otherwise, the big deal this weekend, of course, people are going to see Strangers Chapter 3. I'm not going to bother. I don't care even if it's good. I'm tired. How much more can you keep doing the strangers? Like, are they different strangers, or are these ones that just they can't get killed and they keep invading people? I don't.
Strangers.
They're strangers. But here's where they got the idea, folks, from a 2006 French film called Ils, I-L-S, and it was Dark Sky released it here.
I have that, Todd.
Them, yeah. See, you know what I'm talking about, right? How strangers got their idea from this.
Right. It's
And
the
what's
little
more-
things. It's the little.
This one is more disturbing because the invaders are much younger.
Yes.
They're like, I'm gonna say teens, and I'm
They do
not
a good
spoiling
job.
anything.
They do a good job.
This one, and then the raves and the reviews are amazing for this one. This is the one you watch, and then you'll
right? Did that ever come out on Blu-ray?
I don't think so. This was Dark Sky. What I'm thinking is, because of the strangers again, hopefully because Dark Sky is getting some titles that were only on DVD released onto Blu-ray through Vinegar Syndrome, like Shudder does. If they only put out a DVD in the stores, then through Vinegar Syndrome, you get the Blu-ray. I'm thinking Dark Sky. Thank you, Ward. It is. I'm thinking, hopefully, if anyone from Dark Sky or Vinegar Syndrome is out there and sees this, let's get them or Ils put on Blu-ray, or they're doing the 4K Blu-ray thing now too.
Right.
Can't recommend this enough. And it's funny because a lot of people, when they would come to see The Strangers, and I do this, they all whip out their phones and get a picture of it. Because there are other movies called Them, the giant ant movie and stuff. So you want to get the right one, of course. So one more shout out to someone near and dear. Well, she's not in my area, but former college mate, Virginia. She every year she sends me a Christmas card, handmade. And this year, Virginia sent me this handmade Valentine card. And thank you, Virginia. I know she's not watching, but I'm going to get it out there on video. And I appreciate it because it's so nice when somebody actually creates something by hand and uses postal mail instead of just scanning it and sending you an image in your email.
It shows
Not
they
the way
care.
to do it. So, and I was going to ask Jack too, since Jack would be the younger one. We were talking about music. What was your big thing? Whether when you were young or what was the band or music you were just totally.
Probably Nirvana and Foo Fighters early on, and then because I lived in Memphis.
Okay,
rap.
because we asked Chris, and then I didn't ask you. Because it's interesting, because depending on the time and everything, because I remember I was doing my radio shows when bands like Nirvana and them came out. I actually got their album with the baby. Nevermind? Was that what it was called?
Yeah.
I got that free. I would twice a week go into the studio and open my little drawer because I'd have free CDs and stuff in the drawer that I'd get to keep. And I had the promo of Nevermind before the album was actually released. And I remember listening to it going, okay. And I could see that Smells Like Teen Spirit was going to be the single from listening to the whole album. But it's funny, I never really got much into Nirvana. Although I do like the mashup of Rick Astley and Nirvana. Never Gonna Give Up Your Teen Spirit or something it's called. Folks, look that one up on YouTube. It's a mashup of Nirvana and Rick Astley, and it works perfectly. You'll never think of Smells Like Teen Spirit the same way. And of course, Tori Amos did an interesting, like, toned down version of Smells Like Teen Spirit as well. You know, her and her piano doing it. But yeah, for me, early 90s, man, I guess for me it was always something weird and alternative. But for me around that time, it was like artists like Tasman Archer and even still Timbuk 3 was putting out some good stuff in the early 90s. But no, I'm always fascinated by what people found as their thing. Because for me, like when I was in elementary school, I was huge on Electric Light Orchestra. And then, of course, into junior high and high school when they would put out more albums. For me, it was Electric Light Orchestra and like 1970s Alan Parsons Project, like Pyramid, stuff like that. So, and of course, Jeff Wayne's musical version of War of the Worlds. But,
I remember finding like a cassette, probably of my father's or somebody's, of Styx, like Paradise Theater.
Styx
like,
was more.
Like I was like,
yeah,
just curious listening to it, and I ended up listening to the whole album. But it had, had some.
Well, for instead of Paradise Theater, for when I was younger, it was the Styx. What was that album with it looked like the ice or something, like on fire or melty or something, whatever that cover was. It was that time when it was Styx and Kansas and Rush,
right, and
a band from St. Louis called Head East. Never Been Any Reason. That was a big deal, and we were all excited because, Head East was from Missouri. But it was those bands. And of course, the one that I couldn't take, and my brother also had on 8-track, and then when he switched to cassette in his Duster, was REO Speedwagon.
Which one?
It's fine. People like REO Speedwagon, but I just can never get the hang of the guy's voice. Keep on running. If you were a rebel, heard it from a friend who it was that. And I'm not knocking the guy. Everybody has their own style. But for me, that just I couldn't.
They were huge. They were huge in the 80s.
I couldn't deal with it. So, but yeah, ELO in particular, which I am still huge on ELO and totally regret that I missed them when they were in Palm Desert last year. And I just couldn't afford it. But when I saw concert footage from it, I was like, oh, fuck. How could I have missed
all
that?
of them, or is it just Lynn?
Jeff Lynne with basically people that he's toured with for the past 11 years or so.
Okay.
The rest of the Bev, I think it was, I can't remember whether it was Richard Tandy or Bev Bevan that was touring with him for those concerts, but apparently in the 2018 Wembley one, which is on, you can find clips from and is on Blu-ray, he was ill or something, so he couldn't tour with them then. But so it was basically Jeff Lynne and then these other people who were great. They sounded perfect. And the other members of ELO have been touring as the orchestra. And they perform ELO songs like Mick Kaminsky and other people from the former ELO are doing that, while Jeff Lynne was doing Jeff Lynne's ELO.
Right.
So,
well, at least they can do the music. They can't use the name, but at least they can play.
Right. And but the Jeff Lynne side of it, his touring sounds grand. If you watch the 2018 Wembley footage, it's all on YouTube. You'll be stunned because Wembley Stadium, when you see the mass of people, like at Live Aid, when you saw all those people, imagine that all happy and singing and dancing and to ELO. It brings tears to your eyes watching it. I've seen people do video reactions and they actually get a bit teary-eyed because it's overwhelming, the joy, especially coming from the audience. But
yeah, music's powerful.
Oh man. But I will still say my favorite female vocalist is, of course, Kate Bush, always has been. And then I like people like, Tasman Archer and Annabelle Lamb and, big on like back then for me in the 70s, Phoebe Snow and stuff like that. But my favorite male vocalist has been Krister Linder. And band, I would say, ELO 70 is Alan Parsons, but my favorite band, personal favorite, is Martha and the Muffins. So for those who are not sure who Martha and the Muffins is, they had one big hit like late 70s, early 80s called Echo Beach, but they are still around. I've got all their albums up through the years. And
Nice.
Martha and the Muffins. So what else you guys got as far as news? Or
I wanted to share this real fast.
Yeah, please.
Jack, it's Frank. Frank is going to be.
See, I keep thinking it's the coming up weekend every weekend. Like,
Right. It's
like I
next
thought
week.
it was this weekend.
The 21st, right?
Yeah. No.
Okay. I Heart Horror, right here.
And that's going to be in New Jersey.
New Jersey, yes. Bill Weeden and our man Frank Zoma.
God, it's funny because you think that because I'm kind of near Los Angeles that we get all these crazy little things, but we don't. And I mean, they get conventions and stuff, but these really cool things like this, they're all like on the East Coast or in weird places in the Midwest, you know? And I was just like, what's going on? Because, I'm supposed to be near all the really hot stuff, but
Yeah,
these are so cool.
listen, Todd. It's hot. It's literally hot. You're literally at the hot.
Oh yeah,
spot.
that's right. Let's see if the temperature. Hey guys, since I gave you a weather update, it is now 87 degrees outside here.
That's
It
a
went
shame.
up. Yeah, I mean early February, and it's 87 degrees. This is insane.
That's wild.
So now everybody's going to come rushing over here to Palm
Yeah, it's-
Springs, but
it's
it's
only,
just
It's about
it's
6 degrees here.
oh my god, it's so wild. It's just it's hard to imagine when you look
Wild,
at
all
like
right.
a map of the U.S. and you see, well, right here, see it's 6 degrees, and right here it's almost 90. What? It's crazy, but I
Yeah,
know
you don't
people
wanna
love
be-
this, and
You'd rather be where it's almost 90.
yeah, but like I said, but then you'd have the option of going back home when your temperatures are normal, because I am here year round. I can't afford to travel, or like the snowbirds, the people who come from Canada, although because of our current state in the country, a lot less have been coming down here, which also hurts the economy. But you guys can come and go. I live here. So the fact that it's almost 90 degrees this early in the year scares me, because that means it's going to get hotter sooner. And then dealing with electric bills is frightening as hell during that time of the year, because it does get to be an average of 110 to 115 every day. There's Frank. Yeah.
There's Frank.
You know that guy.
No, he Chris, were you? No, you weren't. Jack turned up at the table reading, but you weren't there, right?
I was there.
You were there?
He
You
was
popped
there.
in and out or something, because it's kind of becoming a blur to me a little bit, because I was just so stunned, and people were coming and going, and
Blur.
but no, that was fun. That was so much fun. And Frank, yeah, he's a busy guy.
Very busy.
I don't know how
Oh,
he
yeah.
does it all. So what is this down here? Films including Barbie versus Jason.
Oh,
No, that's
yeah.
one I've not seen.
Yeah.
Psycho 8 versus
Yeah, he's got an animated deal.
Oh, animated. Okay. I was like, Psycho 8 versus Maniac Nun. I didn't see that one either.
It's a
I'm like,
voice-
hey, wait a minute. What am I missing out on? So Chris, I gotta
Hey,
ask.
we know that guy too.
Go
It's
for it,
Bill.
Todd.
No, no, I'll ask later. Let's stick on this. No, Bill, that's the other thing. Bill, people don't realize Bill just hasn't been turning up in these little crazy movies. He's been around and worked with all the greats. And the fact that he's choosing to make people like us his family.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
It is amazing.
I can't believe it, you know, and I'm still trying to remember how he first got in touch with me, because I got to see him at the Once and Future Smash premiere. We forgot to get a photo together there, which I'm still upset about. But at one point he contacted me and friend requested me. And from then on, I became one of his favorite people, apparently. So it still amazes me. Yeah. But how all this has happened, it's funny. Now, when I've seen actors on interviews on Blu-rays or in documentaries, when they ask someone about how did you get connected to this person or how did this come about? Now I can understand when some actors go, you know, I can't remember exactly because I thought I'm going to remember everything that's happened to me in my film world. And I honestly I can't remember everything now. And it's not, I don't think it's just because I'm much older now, but within the past 5 years is when all this has been happening for me. And now, like I said, how I ran across Bill, I'm going to have to ask Bill if he remembers. But all the film people, all of the film people that are on my list, everyone, you know, Michael Epstein and all of them, and all of you guys, you all friend requested me. I'm too shy, honestly, to friend request people. I really am. I'm as animated as I can be. What that bird is he's active. As animated as and social as I can be, I'm kind of shy of friend requesting people. So they've all come to me for some reason or another. And I mean, that to me says something good about me, I guess, that they wanted to friend request me. But at the same time, I still can't believe that I know all these people now.
Yeah, it's like in the same 5-year period, Frank hit me up on Twitter one day and was like, hey, you want to join this little group? We watch movies every, I think it was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday during COVID. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And we started watching Joe Bob. And then we evolved into what we're doing now.
I'd watch more Joe Bob if he wasn't so obsessed with mentioning breasts all the time.
Oh, well, that's
my one beef with him is, you know, boobs, blood, and something, 3 Bs. And it's like, and he's got that gal on the show too. It's like, come on, what about something for the ladies? Mention if for boobs for the men, well then how about butts for the women?
You should be the new kinky horror.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I got annoyed when he told, who was it? One of the film people in our circle told that person, you must have at least 3 pairs of breasts to make a good exploitation. We're like, come on. That was before the internet. Now that the internet is on, you can look as many tits as you want. But to say that at an exploitation film has to have this amount of breasts. Well, again, what about male body parts? What about this or that for the women and for the LGBT community? You know, come on, stop containing it just to pandering the heterocentric view. Okay. That's my thing with Joe Bob. And now he's probably going to go on his show and say, hey, Todd Jaeger.
What kind of
I like my answer.
I don't dislike Bill. I've got Joe Bob's record. So no, I think he's cool, but you know, stop with the tits all the time. That's all I can say. Anyway, so what were we talking about? Oh, people we got to know, because like, look, Sky Elobar, Michael St. Michael's, Frank LaLaggia, they all friend requested me. And I'm still blown away by that, because these people I admire so much and think they're huge. And they found little old me and said, hey, friend request. So
you're full of knowledge, Todd.
Yeah, it's again, and I said on the show, and I know it sounds like I'm self-deprecating, and Bill, if he was on right now, would be going, Todd, stop it. You're good. But I do. I just feel kind of like, or I am not worthy is sometimes how I feel. But no, I think it's great, and I'm happy. I can't wait to do a lot more. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Next week should be exciting too.
Oh, I'm nervous, but I'm so excited because I haven't seen Michael St. Michael's since I saw him at the Future Smash premiere. So
I've heard stories.
You've heard?
Uh-oh.
Oh, like good or salacious?
No, not about you, but just about stories.
Well,
like
yeah.
The first time AJ met Michael was fucking hilarious.
Oh, well, I mean, I didn't have a weird, funny thing. It was just he was there. And I don't know if Bill or Neil or somebody, said, hey, and this is Todd, da-da-da. And I got to chat with him. It's not like he was like, oh, nice to meet you, and then walk away. He chatted with me. And then the woman he was with, I believe, gave me a piece of candy. And then Victoria, which I'm not sure if she's his daughter or something, but the three of them were together. And Victoria and I have texted each other and stuff, but they're just cool people. And he was so nice. You see him in these movies, right? Like in Fingers, he was kind of I want to say a bad guy. And then you saw him in Greasy Strangler and that, and but then you see him in person and it's like, wow, he's cool. He's cool in the movies. But it's just, I love when I get to meet people like this. And yeah, and here's another thing that shocked me is I haven't seen Joyce Bulifant in a while. But somebody has been sending me interviews she's done, I guess recently, where she sometimes tells dirty jokes.
Whoa.
And I'm like, wow, Joyce, you just dropped the F-bomb. I love you. So, but I will say the two people I was surprised when I met them was Goldie Hawn. I didn't realize I was talking to Goldie Hawn because I've never seen her in person, and she's much older, and she's had some work done. But I was talking with her and making her laugh, and and because she was waiting for somebody. And so we're talking. She said, how you doing? And I said, oh, adequate to the occasion. And she just laughed, said, oh my God, I've got to remember that one, da-da-da. So I said, here's another. And I was joking and we were laughing. And then here comes Kurt. No, but then here comes Kurt Russell. And I'm like, oh shit. And I realized I'm standing right here talking, and
he got his number though.
Yeah. No. I wanted to say, Kurt, where's your beard? Because I like Kurt Russell with a beard. But they were here to see, I don't think it was The Hurt Locker. It was some movie that was military related, a thriller drama that they came to see. And so I was like, wow, hi. And then I happened to have in my drawer, because I only carried like one or two DVDs then, to recommend to people. Now I keep a stack. But I had the Wonderful World of Disney episode, Dad, Can I Borrow the Car? And I went, oh my God, you're never going to believe what I have, because friends of mine and I are going to watch movies after work. And I held it up, and Goldie went, oh my God, and took it because she knew what it was. And Kurt looked at it and said, you know what? The funny thing is, I've never seen that. And he narrated the whole thing, but he'd never seen it. And
Wow.
I didn't ask for an autograph. I didn't want to, push all that. But they were very impressed that I had that. And no, it's just, that was one of my high points too. But, meeting people like that and then finding out that they're cool. They're not like the only person that would and I made him laugh too was Gary Oldman. But whenever he's come in, when he was with people or with one other person, they kind of come in, and then when the movie's over, they kind of go, because once you're recognized, you know, sometimes people will try to run up to you and surround you, and but I respect that with Gary, because you know he is a very big deal. But yeah, everybody I've met so far has been really cool, and it just goes to show they're just like us. They just have more money. So,
Just a little bit more.
Little bit.
A little bit.
God, I didn't realize that came from Carlito's Way until I watched it, because I always heard people go little bit, and he only said it like once in the movie, but again, it's remembered. So that always sticks in my head now, and especially because of Bill Weeden's part, because I have it on 4K and watched it on my 43-inch TV, and there's Bill, you know, and then he grabs that woman and they dance around. And I just thought, oh my God, he looked like he was actually having a shit ton of fun doing that.
Probably was.
And then, of course, for Trey Parker and Matt Stone, out of all the movies in the world and of all the years in movies, that character in particular was one they wanted to animate and put in their show. I know Bill was floored by it.
I hope they keep using him, because eventually he'll get a Funko or something.
That would be amazing. But would they put it South Park Mar-a-Lago guy or Carlito's Way? You know, it's you never know.
He'll get an official name at that point.
Now, he said that he was.
I mean,
I don't know if he's contacted them yet, but he told me he was going to find out from them how they focused in on that one character in particular to animate him and put him in 2 different episodes. I would love to know that story. So, Bill, you know, find out. Have someone find out, because I'm really interested to know where that all came from. So otherwise, the one thing I really forgot, and I wish I would have asked Sky about, was, remember the brand of beer and whiskey?
Oh yeah.
Big Willie.
Big Willie's Big Wee. Fizzy beer and frisky whiskey. I want to know about that. And we were going off in different things, and I was having so much fun that I forgot to ask about that, because I wrote that down, and I also wrote down Munchy Wunchy, and we didn't mention Doobie Woobie to him. But I'm glad I got to ask him about Scottish Cottage. That's something it's going to stick with me for the rest of my life. So, another thing too is, Chris, what's the last Giallo you watched? Because you've been catching up.
Yeah, I slowed down a little while I was sick, but I think it was the one, the Bloodstained Shadow.
Oh, well, there's also the something Bloodstained Butterfly, but the Bloodstained Shadow, something like that.
The Shadow is the one.
The guy from House of Laughing Windows.
Right. Where it was really weird, Todd, because the movie felt like it was almost the same location. There was like a little river, like Venice, like it had a street that had water in the middle of
they shot plenty of Gialli around those areas.
Yeah, but
who Saw Her Die and all of those. Yeah.
And he was even looking at pictures for a little bit in that movie, and he had the same name. His name was Stefano.
But he was clean shaven in that one, wasn't he?
He was different. His hair was totally different. But I was looking at him, and I said, "Wait a minute!" I said, "That's the same guy. It's got to be him." And I looked it up, and he had the same name too. I said, "This is crazy." It had
I have the
vibe. The movie.
I have the
director.
I think I have the old Anchor Bay of that, but I also did. I think Arrow Video put that one out, but. Or was it part of the Vinegar Syndrome? Forgot. I can't now. They're dumping them all out so much right now. I can't remember.
It's Forgotten Gialli. 3 maybe. No, wait. I don't know.
Well,
maybe 6. Maybe 6.
Because I think that was one that was in the Anchor Bay 3 or 4 movie set that I had on DVD when Anchor Bay was first putting stuff out. But no, for me, I'm kind of upset because I want so badly to catch up because Vinegar Syndrome's released 2 on this new label where they're releasing a lot of like Warner Brothers TV horror movies. And like they've so far released The Veil, that old series, and then Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. And I want to collect those because I'm a huge nut over the old TV movies and stuff like that.
Right.
But they're expensive. So I can't afford them right now. But I'm kind of because I can't catch up because 2 of our Gentos, Vinegar Syndrome has put out Non Hosono or Sleepless, and also the card. I think the card player I don't have yet, but I've got. For instance, I have the Scorpion of those on Blu-ray as well as the old DVDs, but I really want the new ones. But you know, when they're running $35 and up, it's like just to buy these 2 from Vinegar Syndrome is going to cost you about $70 with shipping and stuff. I'm like, oh no, so fucking broke. Although I did do my taxes and I'm getting a little bit back. So, but I'm not going to buy movies with my tax money. I'm going to now have a little something set aside in case of an emergency. Because that was my biggest fear lately is something happening, then I just can't, do anything. But, once in a while like this, like you said, oh, well, Todd, you just got this one that I was showing to Bill. But it was, cheap at Walmart. But yeah, folks, She Rides Shotgun. Check that one out. It's kind of, especially at the end, you're going to be kind of like a bit broken after watching it.
Oh,
but so good. Well, I've as far as Gialli goes, I know I rewatched one recently.
You've seen them all, Todd, so it's hard for you to, keep you entertained.
Oh,
yeah, right.
I've got, it's not unusual for me to, I don't say, to have a stack of shit to catch up on, like for, I'm now, as I showed last week, fuck it. It's over there somewhere. That thing called 100 awesomely cheesy movies.
Right. Yeah. You showed that.
I'm going to start going through that. Believe it or not, I totally forgot I had that. And during COVID, that could have been my entire COVID viewing. 144.
You could or something and watch those, Todd.
Well, okay, guys, these are regular gummies, and also I love Lifesaver gummies. They've got like flavor. The Welch's fruit snacks have flavor, but you only get like a little bunch in the bottom of a bag. I don't know why they keep making packaging and then give you a little bit in the bottom.
You need some THC flavor.
I can't. There are reasons why I'm okay. Because of my let's say
employment.
It's living situation.
Okay.
They don't allow even though it's legal in California, not even medicinal marijuana. If it's legal in California, but let's just say the powers that be go by federal law.
Yeah.
So if I were to somehow be checked, I could lose my living space, and I'm not going to let that happen. And also, by the way, I don't know how, say, a gummy would do, but honestly, pot in general gives me a swampy headache. Gave me. I don't do it currently. Yeah. It gives me a swampy headache right here. And it makes me feel like, imagine you're knee deep in water and you got to get to the other side of the pool.
Oh.
You're trudging.
Yeah,
it's that kind of feeling, and it's swampy. It's not fun for me. I know other people are like, yeah, man. But we're all different physically. and all of that, we react differently. I can't do pot. It annoys me. I don't do any kinds of recreational drugs. I know I'm a total hippie, but I'm a postmodern hippie. So I remember one time I was slipped a tab of acid when I kissed somebody, and I didn't know I was being slipped a little, it's like a tiny piece of paper.
Yeah.
And I remember the whole ordeal. I was not tripping out. I was not hallucinating. Colors weren't swirling. It made me feel like I was padded, like you had cotton balls everywhere, or those little air pillow things they put in packages.
That was
I
her
felt
song.
like it was all around me, and I was just kind of like, oh God, when's this going to end? I don't know. I have a different reaction to drugs and even alcohol. I don't, I mean, you can give me this. I've joked on this show, and I'm going to do it again, folks, because I like to shock you. Give me about this much wine, and I'm looking to rest my legs on someone's shoulders. It's just not, I'm a cheap date, I guess you could say, but also, more often than not, alcohol gives me a headache. So
Right.
I was never big on alcohol. And so people, they always ask me too. Well, no, and the thing is too, is people say, but Todd, I've watched your videos. You're on something when you make your videos. You're obviously on something. I'm like, no, that's just what's in my head. And probably is why I'm still single.
That's the Todd Jaeger experience.
Yes. You guys are coming up with things that why didn't I? Damn it! That's why you do the whole tech side. You always come up with these quick little fun things before it even finishes out of my mouth. You've got something going on the screen. But no, I've always had a weird imagination, and I don't know if weird's the right word, because to some people it's artistic or beautiful or strange and all that, but for basic people it's just weird. And I've always had a weird creative thing going on. And so yeah, I have a feeling that if I was on drugs while I was trying to create a video, it wouldn't be as good. I think it would hinder my creativity. So
Well, maybe we'll try it out on the show.
Oh no! Actually, yeah, get me on film, shoot a scene, and see how I do it.
We'll compare the difference.
Oh my God, that'd be scary. But so yeah, you guys, I'll check him out. But if you guys know this Jasper Cole person more than I do, feel free to reach out as well.
I'll dig around.
That is interesting that he's apparently right here in Palm Springs. I honestly wish that we were doing the show while Cindy Williams was still alive, because I would have given anything to have Cindy Williams on his show, because the last thing I ever saw her do that was big was Julie Brown's show Strip Mall. And that was like early 2000s on Comedy Central. But of course, you know me, I always mention my favorite that she's in, the first nudie musical. So it would have been fun, because I've talked to people, one who was like a filmmaker and a producer who was best friends with her, and was telling me stories. And she lived, before she passed away, she lived right in my area. So I'm sad that I never saw her anywhere locally. But yeah, Cindy Williams is somebody I would love to have talked to. But anybody you feel you can get your hands on, because when you told me Sky was going to be on, I was like, I always thought it would be cool to have people like him and Michael St. Michael's on the show, but I was too shy to ask.
So, I'm not. I've been cussed out by Frank Farrell. Not Frank Farrell, but Frank Henenlotter. I've been cussed out by Victoria Del Mar. I've been cussed out by a few of them.
Wow, because I was going to say Frank Farrell sometimes likes my posts, so that I feel honored that Frank Farrell is actually noticing my posts. There's also a certain porn star out there, some guy who he friend requested me. And because I have this daddy image apparently, but the thing is, he sometimes notices my posts, and again, these are busy people and they're constantly doing stuff. But when I see that they click like or notice or make a comment, I'm like, So
no, in fact, Frank Barrow shared the episode today.
Who was
He
it?
did.
Peter North?
On
no,
Facebook,
Peter North. He's
this
dead,
morning.
isn't he? I was gonna say I'm being haunted by ghosts of porn stars. No, it's some guy. If I throw his name out there, because I used to mention that I was friends with Ed Wiley, or Miles Long as he was known, and yeah, I've known a few porn stars in my life, but I can mention them. But this one guy, I'm sure he wouldn't mind me mentioning his name, but I just don't want him getting bombarded for the wrong reasons. Not like there's a million people watching this show anyway, but out of respect, I'm sure he'd probably be happy that I mentioned his name, but before I do that, I would want to make sure it was okay, that I throw someone's name around.
Right.
But yeah, but I've, Henenlotter, I really respect what he does, and I have a lot of his movies. The one of his that I bought because I didn't see it anywhere, and okay, I'll buy it, was Bad Biology. I did not like that one at all. And I just, but God, Brain Damage, all those movies, his Basket Case and all those, they're amazing. Huh?
Brain Damage is great.
Oh, Brain Damage. Oh my
yeah.
God. See, and unfortunately, I first saw the cut version. It was until, was it Synapse or something that put it out uncut that I finally got to see the uncut version. But I saw Brain Damage on VHS.
Okay.
When it first came out. And I love Frank's creativity and weirdness, but Bad Biology just totally, no pun intended, rubbed me the wrong way. It, I think also because when that penis detached itself from the guy and was on a rampage, he's going into a neighborhood that's just like slums, and it goes to one apartment building, and every tenant in that apartment building that it went after was a beautiful naked woman. It's like this was a clothing optional tenement building because all the women in each of their apartments were totally naked, and they were exceptionally beautiful for living in what I would consider a slum. So, not to say that women have to be unattractive if they live in the slum, but these were women were chosen for their attributes, and it's just, I'm sorry, that was like, no. And of course, the very first line in the movie, and I guess it was for shock value, was having the main gal say, "I was born with 7." Well, I'm going to say the full word, clitorises.
Wow.
She used the short version, which is kind of tough for me to say, especially out loud. So, not because of worried about censorship, because there's some words I'm just not really, I don't like coming out of my mouth. Yeah. So that too, I was like, Jesus, is this how this movie's going to start? And I don't know. So sorry, Frank.
Netflix using that word a lot.
Don't cuss me out, Frank Henenlotter. I think you're amazing. I just didn't like Bad Biology. So, there you go.
You don't have to like everything, Todd.
I know, and it's and people have told me too, Todd, stop apologizing. Say what you mean and feel. But it's like, because Neil, and when Annabelle was co-hosting with Neil, when I did that review of I Slay on Christmas, and it wasn't Herman, well, what's his name? I'm sorry, who put the film together. It was one of the directors within that anthology that was upset with me for kind of trashing the movie on my review for Neil. And on YouTube, Neil and Annabelle, they both commented themselves, no, we stand by Todd. We encourage him to be honest.
All right,
It's a review. And yeah, and I don't want to hurt or offend anybody. But sometimes I feel like, oh God, I don't want them mad at me. So
it is what it is.
Yeah. So Joe Bob, I think you're cool. I'm tired of the boob thing, and Henenlotter, I just don't like bad biology, but otherwise, yeah, aces. So Jesus Christ. I know it's Todd's excuses day on the Todd Jaeger. So, but no, guys, unless if there's anything else you guys want to bring up or news or share, I think I've used my jaw quite a lot today.
That's all right. That's what the show is. It's the Todd Jaeger experience.
Oh, yeah.
We're all just experiencing it with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's like for me, after I do this show, because I get
What
only
about
so much
Todd?
sleep.
What about the Super
Huh?
Bowl? Super Bowl.
Oh, that's today, isn't it?
It is.
What's this thing you call sports? I don't.
Any favorites tonight?
Sports?
Patriots or the Seahawks, Todd? Just pick one. If you had to pick one.
What's
New England Patriots or the Seattle Seahawks?
Are we talking about basketball?
Close.
We're not. Here's the thing. When I was a kid, I was always kind of jealous that my brother got to do all these things and had friends and stuff. And, because I was 3 years younger. And when he was playing soccer, or technically the word is football, I think it's stupid that we call football when it's not football. But I thought, I'm going to do that too. So I got on a soccer team. I remember we weren't Catholic, but the only soccer team was through St. Mary's School or something nearby. So I got on a team for kids my age, and I tried, but it just wasn't doing it for me, and I gave it up. And I just don't get sports. And I hate it when people say, Todd, what's wrong with you? That pisses me off. It's like, like when you don't like a certain food and they say, what's wrong with you? We all like different things, and we're not all meant to like the same thing. But sports, I just never understood I've sat through some soccer games in college because a friend would say, let's go to the soccer game. And I'd sit with them and I'd find myself kind of going, ooh, because it gets a little tense, especially in soccer. But in general, I'm just like, it bores me. So I think it would be interesting to see
them. Tell you this in Gonzo. There's a scene where you're gonna have to dribble a basketball up and down the court.
Oh fuck! You guys are gonna have to teach me. I didn't see that scene in the script. Are you gonna write some more stuff, or are you just jiving me? Oh, because listen, I am no good. I mean, I played ping pong. I've tried tennis. No, I don't get this whole pickleball thing. Pickleball is just ping pong on a bigger table or court. It's like mini tennis. And I'm not trashing pickleball. I'm like, because there's a group that I'm kind of a part of, a social group. They play pickleball every Saturday morning in a court right behind my complex. Okay. And I've watched them just to hang out and support them. But I'm sitting there, I'm just like, golf. Jesus Christ, what's with golf? Because when I'm driving through everywhere I go, somewhere in Rancho Mirage and Palm Springs and all that, you've got to pass through areas where there are golf courses and little crossways for the golf carts. And I look at people out there just kind of, and I'm like, that's exciting. I don't understand it, but yeah, sports in general, I'm sorry. I just don't get it. It's not my thing. It's not my bag, man. And
fine.
As far as the team, for some reason, I keep hearing people saying Seahawks.
Okay.
So I don't know if I should go with that because I don't give a shit either way.
Right. Just
Although,
go with
wait a minute. Wasn't it one of the teams, the owners or something, donated to you know who, where the other team donated to the ACLU? I think the Seahawks donated $1 million to the ACLU. Now, if I'm wrong, folks,
that sounds right.
Fact check it. But this is what I saw: is that the Seahawks donated to like the ACLU, and the other team donated to something else. But again, whatever. Yeah, I'll Google it again to make sure, because you read one or two articles and it's like, it must be true. I don't know. But in general, I'm not going to go by that as far as who I would pick, because honestly, I don't know.
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
Todd.
So folks,
Nobody
I'm sorry. I just sports the fact too that for the Super Bowl isn't like the cheapest seats, like $5,000 or something.
I'm sure it's probably.
It's like,
oh yeah,
you notice
especially
that
this
crowd.
year. I bet it's ridiculous this year.
And the crowd, the massive people. It's like, folks, where are you getting this money? Pay one of my debt payments or something. Please.
I'm gonna watch the commercials.
God. Have they happened? Because
I don't think so.
Okay, because I was say, if you guys got to get to those watching,
the garage beer commercial is already out.
Well, I'm interested to hear about. Okay, remember that it wasn't the alternate Turning Point Festival with Kid Rock or something, but apparently Kid Rock, I don't know if it was that one or another one Kid Rock was associated with, but one of the bands listed was Lynyrd Skynyrd that was going to appear. And I wonder if Lynyrd Skynyrd pulled out like all the others because they're using Lynyrd Skynyrd's Freebird for one of the Budweiser commercials. And, I don't know if bands or whatever get backlash for being associated with this or that, but that's fascinating to me. But in general, and I'm not
a lot going on.
Bad Bunny has been doing a lot of stuff to really unite people and everything. His music doesn't really interest me, but I really think that what he's doing is pretty cool because he's getting out there and doing all this stuff. It's like, I don't listen to Taylor Swift, but I think it's cool that she gets people involved and interested in things. So I'd be kind of interesting to see his show, because you hear this and that he's going to dress like this or he's going to do that. And so I'd be kind of interested to see. If I knew exactly when it was going to be on, I'd maybe check it out. But otherwise, for the commercials and everything, I don't want to have to try to sit through all that sports just to get to the good stuff. So
there should be a roundup. They usually do a roundup.
Yeah, you can find all the good commercials and trailers.
Oh, they show them later anyway. After the Super Bowl, they seep into regular commercials. It would be nice because I'm getting fucking sick and tired of seeing those commercials about you can see what people are saying on your phone if you're a senior and you're hard of hearing. And and the one I hate the most, and I mentioned this one last week, folks. God damn it. I want to smack the people that made this commercial, but as the phrase goes, I'd slap you, but shit splatters. Is the one where the women with the cleavage and fancy dressed and look like they're in an expensive high-rise condo, and they go, a gentleman opens the door for ladies. A gentleman pays for the meal. A gentleman waits until marriage. Yeah, like these ladies dressed like they are still virgins themselves. I don't think so. And but it's for a men's fragrance called, I forgot what it was. I posted the name once, and I'm thinking, and I see this on, get this, like MS Now and CNN in their commercial breaks, and I'm like, this is horrifying. And yet I'd welcome Super Bowl ads because they're
fun. Either way.
Yeah.
We'll laugh
Yeah,
at
that
it.
as long as I don't have to put up with,
You
yeah, as I mentioned
guaranteed
before.
Doritos and Mountain Dew.
Yeah. And I can't believe I thought that when Sky was confused. I seriously thought it was a Doritos commercial he was in because they were doing Doritos Super Bowl ads. And I thought that was what it was, but it was Pringles. I guess I was just, like, wow, it's Sky Elobar from the Greasy Strangler, that I wasn't paying attention to the product that much. But no, I'd welcome the Super Bowl ads now instead of all the shit that we're seeing right now.
Right.
It's getting a little too much. As long as there's no more Cars for Kids commercials, I'm good. But so I guess, I was going to mention too, all I do after the show is I have a little bit of lunch. I let it settle in. I watch some TV or movie, and then I take a nap. So that's my big Sunday, folks.
Naps are good.
Naps are good. I've been really appreciating naps lately. So the thing is, though, is when I take a nap, I've heard a doctor say, oh, no, if you're going to nap, only nap for like 30 minutes or maybe an hour tops, because otherwise it's going to throw your sleep off later. I can't nap I don't fall asleep in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So for me, if it's a nap, it's going to be seriously like 3 hours. And,
Hour nap.
So that's my deal. Yeah, folks, I live an exciting life. I watch movies and I nap. But probably why I'm still single.
Nah, everybody naps. Though.
Everybody, just like everybody poops. So can't believe I said that. But yeah. So next week, since
big show,
Michael St. Michael is slated to be on. Are you guys gonna watch anything specific to
I guess we can rewatch Once and Future Smash. I mean, that way.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm gonna wear my 8-bit t-shirt that Neil designed of Bill and Michael, and it says, and one's yelling touchdown. And
nice.
I should wear that. I also have, speaking of Michael St. Michael's, I do have the one t-shirt that Bill did of Big Ronnie. And I'm wearing my, Greasy Kong shirt that has Michael St. Michael's and Sky Elobar. And then, of course, the one, I'm not going to unfold it because I don't want to have to fold it again. The Greasy Flakes.
Yeah.
Shirt.
You have to grease them up.
That, so, and it's pink, which is good. But yeah, I'd say Once and Future Smash is good, but everyone, if you want to be in the know, if you're going to tune in, you need to brush up on your Michael St. Michael's. He's in the beginning of Video Dead. He is in an amazing movie with Jeremy Gardner, Fingers. And then, of course, the staples of the Greasy Strangler. This is the Greasy Down Under Two Dicks. Oh, God. 2-disc edition. God, I'm never gonna live that one down. And that my next movie is gonna be the deluxe 2-dicks edition. So, oh God, there's a moment that should be captured in a audio visual GIF. Of course, he does not appear in An Evening with Beverly Luff Linn, but still watch that. And just anything Michael St. Michael's does, he's amazing. And of course, folks, don't forget Ebony and Ivory. Show support for Sky Elobar and Gil Gex.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
I would say this one be the one that I've watched the most, honestly, is Beverly Luff Linn, followed by the Greasy Strangler. The Ebony and Ivory is one that you watch and then come back to, like, for me, it was like a month later. It's like if you try to rewatch it again and again, it's almost, it's like mind numbing. So but this is all positive. What I'm saying is this is a movie you watch, you absorb what you can, and then you come back later and sort of refresh your mind on it, because this is really different than anything I've ever seen. And
There's a lot.
that's crazy for me to say, considering the stuff I watch.
Yeah.
But Ebony and Ivory is different, very different. And it's amazing too, because that one was also produced by Elijah Wood, one of the producers.
Wow.
His Spectrovision company. I still can't get over the fact that besides Elijah Wood, Ben Wheatley was one of the producers, from Kill List, and Ben Wheatley, for Christ's sakes, I think he was the one, that helped produce this. Again, I know these facts, but then when I say them live, I then have doubt in my mind, go, oh God, I don't want people want to correct me. Like when I said that thing about Rebecca De Mornay voicing Daria Nicolodi in Tenebrae when it was Teresa Russell. And I still can't get over I said that on a podcast, and Brian Haas said he was going to re-edit it, but he didn't. So now I'm out there sounding like a fool. But I'm not criticizing Brian. I'm just saying I feel so stupid for, Rebecca De Mornay, and it was Teresa Russell. You know what it is? I get the two confused. Just like Meg Ryan and Melanie Griffith and Meg Ryan. I know they got two different names, but I get the actresses confused. So
it happens.
Forgive me, folks. Okay, so that was laughs aplenty, and me fucking up as usual. But loads of fun. And Michael St. Michael next week. You guys round up these people, because like I said, I'm a little too shy to ask. And what's this? Hang on a second. Give me a second. This is interesting. Hello.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Jason from work. How you doing, brother?
Hi.
Working
Sure. Can I call you right back? I'm doing my show. Yeah. Hey, wait a minute. Say hi, everybody.
Hello.
You just went out on the Todd Jaeger experience. And it,
call back when you can, please.
okay. At this number?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or call the theater.
Okay. I'll call. You're there now?
I'm here until 5:30.
Okay. I'll talk to you in a bit. Bye. That was work. They want to know if I want to work tonight. And I kind of don't, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, no, I had to do that because, again, this is the Todd Jaeger experience. So I had to have a part of my world come into the show. So, okay, well, yeah, this is, as usual, a blast. And thanks for Ward and all those out there. Now, we had Mutant Theater. Now, Ward is Ward connected to all that as well? Unless he's coming up with different names like Elizabeth.
No, Mutant Theater is Chris.
Okay. So Mutant Theater, we got Ward and you got the others. I want to make sure I got everybody right because,
Me too.
It's just that all these important people I'm getting to know, my circle is widening, and I just have to keep track of all the stars and important people I'm hobnobbing with. So, okay, well, this has been amazing, and everybody, I guess next week, same time and everything.
Same time. I'll be here. Rejuvenated.
I should be. Hopefully I will. But yeah, you guys, thank you so much for joining in, everybody, or watching this later, as many do. And so I am Todd Quality Jaeger over, I guess I'm pointing the right way, that way for, well, I'm pointing behind me. There. And
Chris.
you are Chris.
Chris.
Okay. See, that's simple.
Right?
My camera's
Jack.
at an angle, so when I was trying to point to my side, I'm pointing this way. You're not behind me, but below me
Boba
is
Fett.
Oh, Captain
and
Cartoon.
and a bright white sun right next to him.
Yeah. The window.
And yes, we haven't heard from the birds lately. We have a big interview and they're chirping away, and then now they're silent. Okay. Well,
All right. Next week.
They
Thank
lost
you, guys.
interest. They were like, "Oh, Bill Weeden." They're like, we're out."
Okay. Well, you were saying, Chris.
I'm good.
Oh, okay. But I thought you were like, okay, next week, and then you're good. But all right. Well, I'm so glad we had this time together. And I'll check you out next week. And I hope Michael St. Michael's, and yay! And I guess we say goodbye.
Okay.
I must